Top of the top. We up. We back. What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? I'm gonna chill out today, man. I'm gonna chill out. I need to calm down. But today, we about to go into a journey, y'all. Today gonna be epic. Let's go. Once again, man. What's up, family? How y'all doing this morning? Ain't nothing around here but updates. Everything I already spoke about is playing out. It's being exposed. Let's go. We about to go to Miami. Remember when I told y'all, man? Remember I told y'all all this freaky stuff come from Atlanta and Miami. All right? We gonna get into it. Oh, man. They have no clue, man. I tell y'all, the joke is on everybody everybody been celebrating Diddy. The joke's on them, y'all. I told y'all already, man. This is a GOV exposure of the rap game. That's what it is. When Diddy was, being that Diddy's on trial, they don't know everybody's on trial for real. Everybody's behavior is on trial. That's right. So once again, we're going to get into it again today. Shout out to Too Short, man. Y'all need to make sure, a lot of y'all that don't know about rap, you need to go listen to that song, all right? Because everything Too Short said is going on right now. That's right. Shout out to the babe. I just got to drop this link one time. Ain't in no rush. I tell you, I better get y'all stuff ready today. You better get ready. Shout out to everybody that's up, everybody that's tapped in live, everybody that hit the like button, everybody that participate in the comment section, in the live chat, everybody that sends super chats, donations, everybody that get their laugh on. Even shout out to the people that get mad. All right? It's okay, man. It's okay. Calm down. Because guess what? Hey, a lot of y'all going to get this one way or another, man. You're going to get it one way or another. Also, I just saw on the TV, they say Chicago going to get a lot of rain. Then I've seen in some places, it's supposed to rain like 30 days. Yes, they say Chicago about to get floods. What I said yesterday, I said, the way this world going, you don't know what's going to happen next. So we're going to get into it today. We're going to get into all of that. I just got to do it. I got to drop this link one more time. We going in today. We up. We stay up. Everybody else, they're going to stay late. I told them they were late 3 years ago. Yeah, y'all, it's going down today. What's up? Top of the top. Good to see everybody this morning, man. But what else we going to talk about today? Allegedly, Mr. Saucy Santana got some stuff. But we talking about that today because I said a while ago that I think Yungmiami was a front and Diddy was messing with Saucy the whole time anyway. I think it was an arrangement. And also, y'all, which we're going to get into today, Diddy had them doing so much dirt. That's what y'all don't get. They was doing a lot of dirt. I think he turned about 10 of them into cat. He had Cassie doing? Yungmiami and Saucy and a bunch of other. I'm telling you. He was doing some stuff down there in Miami. We're going to look at it all today. We also going to look at the Diddy boy in Miami game. Because I told you, man, people like Jay-Z and them, they just stay off the camera. Jay-Z, LeBron, they've been masters of staying off the camera, but they was in Miami the whole time. Because Jay-Z, the one that got LeBron to go to Miami. So when Cassie was getting beat up, all this dragging freaky, that's when LeBron was living around. They all was around. They all know. They all together, y'all. We're going to go into it today. Like I said, it's all of them. So from the top to the bottom, it's going down. You also going to see how, I'm going to prove today how, that remember I told you about a YouTube takeover? Yeah, I'm going to show you some more stuff going down to show you why a lot of the old people, they time up. It ain't because of me. I'm just telling you what it is. All right, so yeah. Thank y'all for waiting patiently. I had to send them links out because they don't push my videos. That's right. Other than that, y'all get ready because we about to go in. Straight up. Everything will be timestamped, y'all, so don't worry about that. Everything will be timestamped on that replay. Yeah, it's real live, right? Shout out to everybody in the U.S. Shout out to everybody overseas, all over that's tapped in. Let's go. All right. I'm going to calm down today because I ain't trying to miss nothing. It's a lot going on. And we just getting started. So everybody from this channel, we going into the updates. Everything, you know how we was going in last year. How I was laughing my ass off because we know around here all the truth of Diddy's behavior was in all the lawsuits. Back to the power drill, Back to the blood on sheets, all that stuff we were laughing at. Now we're going to get into it again because the story's coming back out. Diddy got a new lawsuit, guys. Remember, yesterday we gave praise to the freaks because the freaks got a victory. They got a celebration. Yeah. But they didn't know that Diddy was going to get another lawsuit. Now, guess what's in this lawsuit? A lot of y'all probably saw it. It is said that Diddy bust a load on Biggie's clothes. That's right. It was allegedly Diddy was having an escapade with a man, and when he finished, he wiped himself off on a Biggie t-shirt. That's what they saying? What did I tell y'all? All you're going to get is freaky news. These are the tales, the freaky tales. These are the tales, the freaky tales of rap. Hey, told you, shout out to Too Short. Let's go. This man is disgusting. He's a weirdo. It's all accusations, but it's another lawsuit. Yesterday, I just said he got 66. He got another one. Because the more they show their face, they all going to get another one. They ain't going to stop, like DJ Khaled said. Another one. Who up this morning? What's up, y'all? Yeah, y'all, we're going to get into it. You know what I be laughing at? I be laughing. Now I'm laughing at all the Diddy supporters. That's what I'm laughing at now. Back to yesterday. It all applies. Now, remember we were talking about the freak show? Now you're going to see at the freak show, you also going to see tall giants. See that tall man in the back? Yesterday, I showed you Tiny and T.I. That's Diddy at the bottom. That's Diddy, T.I., and Tiny. Now, at the top, guess who that is at the top, y'all? Who is that at the top of the freak show? Because we're going to talk about it today. That's Dwight Howard, man. That's right. Because you didn't know they consider them tall guys freaks. Yes, they do. Dwight Howard is a big freak, isn't he? Well, his wife divorced his ass. He can't keep a woman. But it's also said Dwight Howard was going to Diddy parties too, because it's all of them. He was in Atlanta. He lives in Atlanta. And that's why I keep saying the biggest secret of this whole thing is most of the people that was there dealing with this shit all them years Diddy was down there, they just not on camera. They just not main people. But how the hell you have a party and it's packed with all these damn people if all them people ain't still out here right now? It's common sense. Yo, y'all, this ain't me. This is a Hollywood exposure thing. This exposure is by the GOV. I told y'all that months ago. I told you when it started all last year and it started before elections. But today, it's an update. Let's go. All right, that's Dwight Howard right there. That's Tiny at the bottom. Keep that in mind, y'all. Because today, we're going back to Atlanta and Florida. Because that's where they did the most freak stuff when I told y'all they knew they couldn't do it in New York. That's right. It all went down in Miami, y'all. It's being exposed. You don't get no deal from Diddy unless you dance in that bed. Saucy Santana. I already put it together. How else we put it together? Diddy like brown-skinned men. You will see every single man allegedly is brown-skinned. Little Rod was the clue. Meek Mill was the clue. All right? Mace. Diddy signed brown-skinned rappers. Not dark-skinned, not light-skinned, brown-skinned. We know around here. So let's go. Top of the top. All right, y'all. I'm going to slow it down. We're going to go. Because they was all in Miami, y'all. All of them. See? Kevin Hart. Dwight Howard. Kevin Hart is another little freak. That's right. They pick him up and walk him around the room. That's right. So you're seeing, y'all, was when I kept telling people they just picking and choosing, family, they are all in this. Because now we're going to pinpoint it to Atlanta, Georgia, Miami, Florida. We got to go back to about 2011 to about 2018. Really? No. Really 2011 about 2024, if you want to be technical. See, he broke up with Cassie in about before 2018, but he also got with Young Miami after that and started that whole quality control with Young Miami and Migos. My opinion, like I said at the beginning, Diddy was behind that whole thing. That might have been Diddy label low key. Yup. Because Diddy controlled quality control. These are facts. Yup. So we're going to go into that. But first off, everything was in our face, but people didn't want to acknowledge it. All right? Because Dwight Howard been playing in people's face. The goal was to flip a whole generation. Let me break it down simple to this. This stuff started about 2010, 2011. We're going to say that's 14 years ago. Anybody that was 10 years old and up, between the ages of 10 to 20, when all this stuff was going down, the people that was between the ages of 10 to 20, when all this stuff went down, a lot of them are the main ones that got flipped. That's right. They got flipped because that is the era that was raised in all of this. Remember, y'all, we got to remember this one thing. See, the freak show was always considered weird. But for the last 15 years, the freak show was considered normal. That's right. The freak show was on reality TV, Love and Hip Hop. The freak show was on reality TV, Real Housewives of Atlanta, and every other show. That's right. But this freak show was made normal since 2010 to 2024. That's why I keep telling you, it's a whole new breed of people now. See, all of us that knew all this shit was weird from the beginning, we didn't get flipped. We the ones been laughing the whole time. But when you understand a whole generation was raised by this stuff, this is why we going to get into that pedo behavior that Diddy had. I'm going to say, y'all, what we don't know, what I'm starting to get. See, all the Geppetto stories happened already. The celebrities we see now, they were already being grown by Diddy and them. I proved that Diddy been new Lil Baby. I'm going to say they been new Yungmiami. I'm going to say they been new Saucy. I'm going to say they raised up their own generation down there, y'all. I'm not playing with y'all. It's very clear. I think back then when they were 16, 17, 15, they was around Diddy back then. It's just that years later, when they became older, he was able to pull them out because I know the Hollywood game. Russell Simmons did the same. Russell Simmons is the clue because he had Kimora when she was a minor. Then they bring them out when they 17, 18, 19. That's what they say. Just like we looked at Cassie pictures. Ain't no proof she was 19. That was she like about 17. Because they're going to say that because they're going to put them in heels. My point is, y'all, the Geppetto stuff happened already. They're not in trouble for what they did now. They're in trouble for what they did the past 30 years. It ain't about them being in trouble. It's about them getting exposed. That's what it's about, y'all. It's all about the exposure. That's what it's about. It's all about the revelation of what they've been doing. Them and everybody else that been in this game. It ain't about me. Told you last year, this was a GOV exposure. All right? It's part of payback. It's part of the end of an era. It's part of the country moving in a new direction. That's it. Everybody knows that rap is the most destructive, but y'all don't get the part of they were all the Pied Piper. And wherever they went at, the kids went. Let me give you a hint. I told y'all when they went to Georgia and Miami, what y'all don't know is what I know. All those young people from all them southern states ran to Atlanta, ran to Miami, Alabama, Mississippi, Tennessee, different parts of Florida, different parts of Georgia, all them people from the South that never had a chance to be around this New York stuff, this celebrity stuff, they were the main ones that ran Atlanta. They all went down there. New Orleans, they was in that flow. And this what I tell you, the North flipped the South. The South got flipped because Miami and Atlanta, we're going to look at it today because everybody was asleep. Plus, a lot of y'all was in jail. A lot of y'all wasn't around. So we're going to go back to this because it is said that Saucy Santana, well, his alleged friend said he had HIP. We don't know. It is also said that Saucy responded, but he did not address those ST. We also know what? It's a case from 2022, like we know in one of the Diddy lawsuits. What did they say? A man said in 2022, he contracted HI at a Diddy freak-off. That's right, more recent. So like I said, around here, I know every single detail that happened because I was on every single thing. So when I sit back and watch everybody co-sign on, half of them even know what they're talking about, half of them chasing content, half of them was trying to stay away from this last year. That's why they don't know nothing. That's why they're exposed. All right? Because it was already said that a man contacted HI in 2022 because they were doing freaky stuff all the way to 2024. That's right. So let them keep celebrating, y'all, because the exposure is not going to stop. This is a GOV exposure, and it's not going to stop. I'm just giving you the scoreboard. That's it. So look, we're going to get into it play by play. Dwight Howard, he was also a clue from Atlanta, Georgia. How many times did he get caught, y'all? It's a video of Dwight Howard right now on the NBA bench fondling and groping his teammate. Private part. He is basically RAPing his teammate on the bench on national TV. Now use your brain. If this man will grope his own teammate on national TV, what the hell you think they do behind the scenes? Tyler Perry, stories of groping. Diddy, stories of groping. Man meet lovers grope. To this day, I don't even know what happened to the teammate he did that to. Then you'll see why LeBron wanted him on the Lakers so bad. Because their history goes back to Florida and Georgia, y'all. See, what y'all didn't know is, I'm talking about fans. See, this is how fans got tricked. They only believe in what they see. So if nobody don't tell them or show them, or it ain't a trending topic, they don't get it. But I know all rich celebrities always had a house where it's going to be either in LA, they're going to have one in Miami, and they're going to have one in Atlanta at the end. Mainly celebrities that are all the real millionaires have homes in Miami and in California. Those are facts. The real A-listers, they got houses everywhere. Miami, the Hamptons, New York, and California. The high-level ones, they don't want to live in Atlanta. Sorry. But see, it is people like Dwight Howard to help flip Atlanta out. Y'all not looking at it. They all had a role at flipping the new generation, y'all. That's what they was doing. Even though Dwight Howard is a punk that didn't want to play with Kobe, y'all. So remember that too. He didn't want to play with Kobe, y'all. He didn't want to play. The Lakers had money on the table. He walked away. But guess what? I knew Dwight Howard was a bitch back then. That's right. Shaq, why you think Shaq didn't respect him? Shaq know he's a clown. That's right. Told y'all, don't never trust no man that dressed up. Now you're looking at what I said. They weirdos. So now in hip hop, hey, New York, New York got the blame for being the most fakest gangsters. The most in the closet. LA, they was the most studio gangsters. And some of them in the closet. But Atlanta, they were the freakiest of this game. Guess what, Atlanta? Y'all kill hip-hop anyway. Got to give y'all credit. Because whenever since hip-hop went dead, died. Okay? Now, rap music, that's Atlanta. Hip-hop died in Atlanta, period. What else happened to Atlanta? What else happened to hip-hop in Atlanta? When hip-hop went to Atlanta, hip-hop got a skirt put on it and some heels. That's what happened. All right? Y'all get that legacy. But it was all on purpose. That's right. Because we also going to go into what my sister said again, to tie it all up for everybody that didn't know. So when I tell you, the secret was, y'all all the freak show. See Dwight Howard in the freak show? Yeah, that's the tall guy. And that's why these freaks, they all had a job to do. And it was called what? Groom their ass. Groom and flip the new generation. So back in 2011, if you was between the ages of 10 to about 20, 9 to about 10, your ass got flipped. That means the ones that's in their 20s now and early 30s, most of them got flipped because it's their generation. The generation they were proud of. The generation that they went, because remember, it was a separation where everybody went with this generation and started going against everybody else. Remember? They started going against everybody. Then with a generation, don't forget that then what? Respect their elders. Don't forget that part. Remember, it started with it was with basketball, it was at every level. Like he come in, don't respect Shaq. LeBron come in, don't respect Jordan. The rappers come in, don't respect Nas. See, it was a big disrespect. But see, what they didn't know is they were getting altered and flipped because they didn't know that once you go against your foundation or your elders, that means you ain't gonna have no foundation, no wisdom. And that's why you're looking at a bunch of fools now. That's right. They kept thinking everything they was doing was new, but it wasn't new. It was just new for them. A lot of us, I just sat back and watched. That's it. So what I'm telling you is, their job was to flip them boys in Atlanta and the whole South. Dwight Howard was seen wearing a pink dress at one of Diddy's parties. Huh? Atlanta. How many times did he get caught? How many times he get exposed? Then why do they always promote them as being, 1 minute he's married, 1 minute they got kids, 1 minute they getting caught? No, you know why? They're weirdos. That's why. They're weirdos and freaks that give birth to weirdos and freaks. That's right. That's who they are, y'all. Man meet lovers. And that's okay if that's their business. But I'm just showing you. It's being exposed because they confused. That's why I was telling y'all, they can't keep a man or a woman. They can't keep nobody. See that? That's why they freaks. See, if you got a lover, if you got somebody you deal with serious, you're not a weirdo. But they're weirdos, y'all. That's why they can't function around human beings. If it ain't sexual, they can't function. That's why you're going to see no relationship. I'm talking about even friendship. No, they're weirdos, y'all. That's who they are. They're exposed. Dwight Howard is part of the freak show. Let's go. The freak show went on for a minute. Huh? Remember all this stuff? How many pictures we got of LeBron James with wigs on? No, y'all. They were grooming these boys. Grooming the boys. That's why you see what you see to this day, y'all. They all had a hand in flipping them boys. Now, why am I saying that? Because remember, they was always trying to promote this shit, how tough they is, and how his name's supposed to be Superman on the court. Let's go. Now, I'm showing y'all. It was a process, and Diddy's behind it all. That's right. Let's go. Diddy got a new lawsuit. New lawsuit, another one. Once again, we got more freaky tales. I got to try to read without laughing because this stuff hilarious. Last year, y'all know we were laughing our ass off. Every single Diddy lawsuit made me laugh, and that shit was hilarious. When I said, yo, y'all, ain't nothing going to come out in that court. For one, we heard it all, and that ain't the real details. All the stories about minors, those in the lawsuits. All the stories about other women, those in the lawsuits. All the stories about what he did to men, those in the lawsuits. We got another lawsuit with a man, and allegedly, Diddy was laughing and skeeted on one of Biggie's shirts and thought it was funny. Allegedly. But we already know, because I already said it, what? That man made sure Biggie Smalls' legacy was destroyed anyway. He controlled the whole shit. So I got it very clear. All right. Parental discretion is advised. A lot of y'all should already know that. This channel for grown-ups. All right, that's it. This the basement. We in the basement of YouTube right now, all right? So everybody can't come down here. Let's go. P.diddy allegedly played with himself on a Notorious Big shirt. Claims new sexual battery lawsuit. See that? Another one. We all at, freaks? Come on, y'all. Get back to that celebration. Let's go. P. Diddy faces new civil allegations following his criminal trial because all of the funny stuff about Diddy and his behavior is in the lawsuits. When I said ain't no man get on that stand, that's why his ass ain't in trouble for violating nobody for real, because everything outside his relationships would have got his ass locked up, but all his stuff that he's accused of really is in the lawsuits. That's what y'all don't get. Let's go, y'all. A freak and a weirdo. Let's go. What else happened? P. Diddy's Walk of Fame star was covered in baby oil after a rapper was denied bail. P. Diddy's Walk of Fame star had a baby oil bottle placed on it following his being denied bail. The rapper will remain behind bars as he awaits sentencing in October, following his recent conviction. Like I told idiots, he don't go back to court till October. That's one. For two, only in New York they celebrating Diddy. I've been showing you Hollywood Walk of Fame, been shaming his ass. Been showing you that. How long ago did I show you that man acting like he stepped on Diddy's star and passed out? Because everybody knows the secrets. Guess who don't know the secrets? It's only one people that don't know the truth. It's only one people trying to hide from the truth. It's only one people trying to deny the truth. And the other half looking up under the covers, like hoping the boogeyman will come get them. That's all that's going on, y'all. Here's what they think about Diddy. Baby oil on the damn star. Somebody rubbed it down, all that shit. After the trial. Because the secret is Diddy put that baby oil between everybody butt cheeks. That's the secret. That's what they said. Oh, man. They say they were knocking people ass out in Miami. All right, so look. This time the rapper is sued for sexual battery, intentional infliction of emotional distress. and more after allegedly jacking off and skeeting off onto a shirt once owned by the notorious Big. According to a lawsuit obtained by TMZ, the John Doe who filed the case claims around September 2020, he was with Diddy for a listening session for a Biggie Smalls project. You'll come to the studio, man. We know that's where he do his dirt at. That's what Little Rod said. Diddy asked him to make a beat, and Diddy was trying to make a beat on his ass. That's what Little Rod said. He said he was making a track, and Diddy just came by and was tugging on him. That's what Little Rod said. I don't know. So I'm hearing the same pattern. He was allegedly offered and pressured to take ketamine, get it? I don't want to say the word. The stuff that knocked your ass out, that we know what was it. We did our homework, all right? And allegedly, this stuff that start with a K, ketamine, knocked your ass out. And that is what was said was in the Ciroc and in baby oil. All alleged, no facts. But that's what they say. Every lawsuit says that. Every lawsuit got something to do with somebody being knocked out. That's why I get the slogan from. That's where all the jokes come from, because all the stories of him knocking people out and doing funny shit, it's in the lawsuits, man. But it's all alleged. That's why I can laugh at it. It's alleged, man. So it said he gave a youngster a soda, man, a can of soda and knocked his ass out. I was gonna say, man. So much shit he did, allegedly. It's in the lawsuit. He chased a man in a car on the sidewalk. They say the man said Diddy was chasing him in Manhattan. He was so scared he had to drive on the sidewalk like a movie. That's the stuff they said Diddy was doing, man. So let's go. He was allegedly offered and pressured to take a knockout drug by the Bad Boy CEO before headed to Los Angeles warehouse, which contained some of Biggie's clothing. So this man still got Biggie's clothes, y'all. Allegedly, John Doe alleged while in a room along with Diddy, the rapper began to watch porn. Now see that? That's y'all fault, dummies. I'm talking to you goddamn fans. Y'all kept letting this man Diddy rap. Now they label him as a rapper. And we know damn well he don't rap. See, we know the truth. He don't rap. But see, y'all don't get just the shame rap and the shame that shit y'all love. Diddy's a rapper. Even though this fool said, don't worry if I write rhymes, I write checks. So he bought the rap title. So that's why rap is being shamed and disrespected because of him. I told you already. See, you going to have your justification of Diddy. But see, when the world news addresses him, they address his ass as a rapper. All right? A freaky rapper. So, see right here, the rapper began to watch porn because that's what rappers do. Rappers are rapers and they horny. So, as you see, this also is part of them what? Grooming. Flipping on, get it, porn tapes. So let's go. Rapper Sean Combs, Walk of Fame star, was doused in baby oil after the rapper was denied bail ahead of his sentencing. Let's go. He was allegedly offered and pressured to take the drugs. Okay. Now right here at the bottom. Doe alleged while in a room alone with Diddy, the rapper began to watch porn and grabbed a shirt once owned by Biggie, asking the anonymous man to help him finish. All right. Diddy allegedly orgasmed over the shirt before laughing and tossing the garment onto John Doe. Rest in peace, Biggie. He allegedly told a man before leaving the room. Do y'all hear this? Do y'all hear this stuff? Do you hear this stuff? First of all, do y'all believe this stuff? Well, it don't matter if you believe it. It's in court. It's a lawsuit. This man allegedly, come on, man. Told you he's a freaking weirdo. They say, they're trying to say this fool skeeted on Biggie's shirt, talking about rest in peace, Big. Yeah, no, y'all, that's a shot at hip-hoppers, man. They say that these hip-hoppers love Diddy so much, they're trying to make the hip-hoppers mad. See, they're trying to make them mad. Nobody trying to tell them the story. Because they're trying to find out why so many men supporting Diddy like this. So they're trying to piss him off. But what's happening is these stories are turning the men on more. That's really what's happening, y'all. All right? This dude is a freak, y'all. And one of the revelations is everybody from New York that's been around Diddy for all these years, except for Genedeal, did not want y'all to know how freaky this man was. So, being that y'all hate Gene so much, when Gene told me about Diddy and Ja Rule in that damn room, I got it clever since then. That's why, as soon as I heard the dildo stories and the baby oil stories, I put it together. It was two stories that confirmed he was a freak. And they told him themselves. When Cameron told us about the dildo at May's house, that's strike one. And Genedeal told us about the dildos with Ja Rule. That's strike two. Then Roger Bond told you recently, Diddy had him going to get what? Dildos. What part y'all don't get? What part y'all don't get? No man press charges. That's why his ass ain't getting no RICO. Don't get it fucked up. Because the most stuff he did was to the men. That's right. Making men go down on him. You're going to go down. That's right. Come here. That's what he was doing to the men. That's right. See what Dwight Howard into? He ain't into that woman. That's why I say he ain't into no woman. The woman for the front. The woman is to trick your ass to come to that house, bro. That's right. He going to say we swingers. But he going to make it like you going to hit his wife. No. He going to try to get you, bro. Or he going to get you to stick him too. No, I'm showing you Dwight Howard because Dwight Howard is Diddy. They all the same. All right? They all the same. His name was Puff Daddy for a reason. He was puffing on men and being their sugar daddies. That's what he was doing. Diddy was also the sugar daddy of the industry. That's right. When he was in New York and everybody was young, he was the man. He was their sugar daddy. That's right. Everybody had to go to Puff Daddy to get a check. P.diddy faces new civil allegations following his criminal trial. A lawsuit was filed against which claimed the rapper skeeted off on a shirt owned by Biggie. World news. Let's go. Huh? Keep on going, freaks. Hey, freaks, it ain't over yet, freaks. Freaks. They're going to be shaming y'all for a minute. That's right. Gangster rap is getting exposed. Diddy allegedly, bing, bing, bing. So I don't got to read it again, just showing you. 66, y'all, within the lawsuits, I swear to God, that's where all the funny stuff at. All his funny behavior is in the damn lawsuits. That's why last year we were laughing at all this shit where everybody was talking about Kendrick and Drake. Go check my catalog. I only made one video on Kendrick and Drake. The rest of that, all last year, I was exposing Diddy and Diddy boys and all the people around him, going into all the details, going into all the clues they kept giving me. That's how I connected all the dots. Because I knew that Kendrick and Drake shit was bullshit. I didn't get caught up in that distraction. All right? Then also prove that Kendrick was in Atlanta around Diddy and all of them too. That's right. Kendrick was with Usher, all their ass. Jermaine Dupri, all of their ass. That's right. Proved all that already. That's right. Y'all just didn't know. Some of them be on camera a lot. Look, it's like real life. Look, you know, it's a lot of them like Jay-Z. You know, some of them don't be on camera. But you know, some of them love the camera. And that's how it always been. So a lot of time they be all together, but they all just don't be on camera. We looked at the club, LeBron James way in the background. You ain't gonna see him. Bustarhymes in the back. So I'm saying, it's all man with that camera stuff. If you're a celebrity, if you LeBron and you might be feeling tipsy, you ain't trying to take no picture. So that's how a lot of that stuff was, but they was always around, y'all. Because when Diddy threw a party and they was on a billionaire shit, you not coming is disrespect. And plus, only time they get the parties when they party with their brothers. So they all pull up. It's just that everybody ain't gonna know because you ain't there. Meanwhile, more details within this case. Diddy is 55 years old. Named for finessing a John Doe, intentional infliction of emotional distress. That's the lawsuit. Among other things. All right? Deviant. Now look, according to the lawsuit, John Doe's first unwanted encounter with the disgraced mogul. I'm going to tell you again. When you see Diddy's name, you're always going to see disgraced, which means he's what? Finished. The disgraced mogul happened in 2005 when he was at a studio playing some of his music for Diddy. At one point, Diddy allegedly asked John Doe if he was looking at his genitals. Asking that man if he's looking at his nuts. All right. John Doe tried to dismiss the bizarre comment, but Diddy allegedly asked him again and pulled down his pants. All right. Told you. According to these stories, I done heard more than once, this man will whip out on you. This man will make you go down. That's right. He did it to the men. John Doe claimed Diddy then pushed himself toward his face and told him to suck it before a loud buzz coming through the studio interrupted the moment. So according to this story, he was about to get RAPE, but somebody came through. What else that mean? That also mean this person knows who came through the door that day. Miami and Atlanta. We're going to get into it, y'all. See, now you got to use your brain. Everything you heard about he did with Cassie, understand he did it with Young Miami too. But I think when he went with Young Miami and them, it got more wickeder because they were more younger and naive. All right? They didn't know about that New York wicketry of Diddy. He had them doing way more, and they had a bigger team down south. That's right. That's right. Then y'all going to see all this shit start coming out, P Valley, all this other stuff. You know, they were telling you about what was going on down there. I'm going to tell you, man, in my opinion, a lot of young men in Atlanta down south got RAPE, y'all. In my opinion, a lot of them young boys got flipped. I'm talking about penetrated, taken advantage of. I believe a lot of them was getting RAPE down there, y'all. Because a lot of y'all don't know what been going on down there before them cameras, man. Georgia always been a home of that RAPE stuff. I'm talking about women, everybody. I also think another game that was playing, y'all, was getting young men young and flipping their ass. Meaning, getting a young man young at 15, 16, then turn him into a cross-dresser. So while they running around, you don't even know what's going on. I also think when some of these kids been going missing, that's how they been hiding them. That's right. Making them cross-dress. Mama looking for a son, they got him in Miami disguised as a dress. You get it? No, y'all, I'm telling you what they was doing. It's all coming out. That's right. That's why I'm not playing with y'all. I don't care who you are. You can't prove it to me. Because I've been going down south my whole life. Down south did not get flipped. I'm talking about so super flipped, turned out a fake-ass New York, fake-ass city, all this weird shit until them rappers came down there. Sorry to tell you that. It was no such, I just say this. Everything, when the so-called white people was into this, it was always controlled, contained. It was more or less none of your business type of thing. But see, you're going to see when that rap life came, they hid under the strip club. Just know, all that strip club shit, that was a meetup. That was a meetup for all the men lovers. See, a lot of these men were bisexual men meeting in a strip club, disguising it as a strip club. No, those strip clubs in Atlanta, Miami was meeting centers for them to meet up with each other and slide off. It was all hidden under that strip club culture. That's right. Why you think got all that time? We ain't hear about no stripper being abused. We ain't really see no strippers making an accusation about no rappers at all. Because the strippers was the front. They'll go to the club, make it rain for promotion, make it rain for clouts, but the whole time it's all about the bros. Told you they're all exposed. We're going to get into it today. Play by play. All right? So when I hear about what he allegedly did a Biggie shirt, I wouldn't put it past him. Every story I heard about him was a weirdo, perverted story. Yup. And what I kept telling people, y'all, well, how many times I told 1,000,000 times? I said, yo, everybody talking about Cassie shit, that shit old. I'm telling you a story from 2020 on up. Man, y'all talking about old stuff. That whole Cassie Diddy shit was old. That's why I ain't putting no energy into that. It been old played out. It's just that you late. All right? Meanwhile, I said 1,000,000 times, he did the most dirt after that. I said he did the most dirt after Gene. After everybody that claimed they know Diddy that do know him, everybody that was with him is chapters. And I said, for me doing my studies, in the end, he was the worst. After 2018, he was the worst. But it started in Atlanta. That's why you'll see when he dragged Cassie, that was 2016. They was in Atlanta. That's when they was out their mind. That's when they went to a whole other level. So if you wasn't around Diddy then, you also going to see that's when he started escaping his past. Heavy D died when he was in Atlanta. All the old people started getting away from him. He started rebranding himself with a new generation that he could brainwash. Also using his kids. See, you don't, it's deeper than what y'all think. Man, as far as I know, he could have known Young Miami from his kids. He been living in Miami. He could have had her coming to his crib back then when she was 15. I know this game now. That's right. Let's go. According to the lawsuit, John Doe first unwanted encounter with the disgraced mogul happened in 2005. So that's 2005. We also got some for 2020. Because remember, John Doe, if I'm not mistaken, he said it happened 2 times. Diddy tried to get him twice. John Doe claimed Diddy then pushed himself towards his face and told him he said the same thing Cameron said. He said Diddy came up to him and said, man, you going to suck it or not. Before a loud buzz coming through the studio interrupted the moment. Diddy then left the room, ran, and John Doe believed they would never see each other again. So according to this story, the man said Diddy tried to get him and ran. About 2 years later, check this out. Diddy's homeboy naming this. About 2 years later, however, the duo allegedly encountered each other during listening sessions for Jay-Z's American Gangster album, which came out in 2007. In the suit, John Doe claimed that Diddy pulled him away from the group, locked him in a room, and drugged him before sexually assaulting him. The next thing he remembers is waking up alone on the couch. The suit reads, everyone who had previously been in the studio was gone, and John Doe was unable to recognize any individuals remaining. Now, everybody on this channel, every story we went through about Diddy lawsuits last year, this is the same exact story. This is where the whole concept come from. Knock yourself out come from. All right? Why you think that was Jadakiss song? Knock your ass out. All right? Every story we got of this man, we know what's up. You going to get seduced? He going to use a woman, but when you wake up, you're going to be knocked out. Meaning, you're going to wake up out your coma, and you're going to be dressed in heels, maybe. You might not have no underwear. You might be baby all on your face. That's what they say. Every story, the same shit. But it was Cat Williams that told me last year that they had stuff in the baby all. So I did my homework and looked at and found what was in the baby all, and it was true. Meanwhile, I'm talking about when everybody kept saying it's GHB, GHB. I'm like, man, GHB don't knock your ass out. You know what I'm saying? So I did my homework. Went on the DEA website and found out exactly what they was taking, what they were using. Then it comes out later, Diddy was using that K, the kettle. Bingo, but I already knew that because people in the media was throwing fake news. The black department kept saying GHB, GHB. No, y'all. Let me find out Diddy gave everybody and all his friends in black entertainment. Let me find out he made sure all y'all kept a bottle of baby oil. Because I'm starting to think that Diddy was also shipping that shit out to his friends. I'm starting to think he was the supplier of everybody that needed that shit. Because I know that rich people don't like you knowing about their house, and sometimes rich people will do wicked stuff to you, and then they don't want you to remember for lawsuits. And they knock your ass out, put you in a cab, and say, you was drunk last night. That's what they do. So, let me find out Diddy was shipping that shit out to all his friends. Fat Joe got some. He made sure Jay and them got a bottle. Made sure, even Lil Meek got a bottle. He knocking little boys out in Philly with that. You feel me? Usher got a bottle. He just shipping it out. Russell got some of that shit. Let me find out. Hey, Rick Ross got some. I'm starting to think it was a gang. I'm starting to think that, bro. Hey, man, yo, Diddy, let me get some of that, man. I'm starting to think that, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. Because I'm looking at him like he was the plug. Ain't no way in hell he was using all that by himself. No, I think they had a code of knocking people's ass out. That's it. That's my opinion. Because I think their job was to flip men that didn't want it. That's my opinion. So, Young Miami was a willing participant, but you also got to know she told something because she ain't in no trouble. But her friend is getting all the smoke. Let's go, because from what I heard doing my research, they was doing a lot of dirt in Miami, and she was right there. Little Rod told us that Young Miami and Saucy and was trying to get him and do some stuff to him. Yeah. Told y'all Little Rod was the clues. I got it all. See, that's why everybody else had to be tricked. Or what? Picking favorites. Or what? What else they do? Man, they lying, man. Man, they lying. All I do is I don't judge. I just listen to all the stories. Let it all come out. Then I watch how it's all gonna come together. That's right. So Little Rod Ben told me about his behavior because I know Little Rod was sent to Diddy's house to be the spy. Until Little Rod gave his revelation to the government, nobody knew exactly how he acted in his home. All right? That's why you'll clearly see after he got raided. But I know the truth. See, in order for him to get raided on all that big ass property, somebody had to do inside homework, which means somebody had to be sent to study Diddy and tell on his ass. They had to do homework on him first. See, y'all know the gov come get you, they do homework. What is wrong with y'all? If Homeland came to his house, that means they did homework. Little Rod was the clue. See, but y'all were worried about if he guilty or lying or not. No, the paperwork Little Rod put in court was the federal lawsuit that got it all started. Because Little Rod was the witness, allegedly, that saw the guns with his own eyes. He saw the drugs with his own eyes. He allegedly seen Diddy making people carry his drugs. He also was the proof with his cell phone of Diddy doing drugs. He also had his camera to prove that Diddy belligerent behavior, and he gave all that to the gov. And that's what got Diddy in trouble, meaning the gov just don't go in your house neither. They get inside details. So they knew exactly what they was doing when they went to his house because Little Rod told it all. And Little Rod said that Yungmiami was pressing his ass, putting pressure on him. That Saucy was there, putting pressure. So y'all not looking at Diddy had Cassie doing stuff, everybody else making them do it, but you ain't looking at maybe Miami and Saucy, they like doing it and have fun doing it because they was getting paid. Another same thing with Yungmiami, same thing with Cassie. Yungmiami was no damn rapper. She ain't write her own lyrics because Lil Yachty wrote the lyrics. No, City Girl was a group put together. Quality Control was a group, was a label put together. I'm going to say it was controlled by Diddy. Then Takeoff dies right before Diddy's birthday. Or I say right after. But what I'm telling you is this. We're going to go back into it. Yungmiami was never no damn rapper. That label was some shit put together, a quick flip. But that label, Quality Control, was really used to move around as a circuit between Atlanta and Miami. Because they also, see, part of this trafficking in this music game is they knew that these rich celebrities use their record labels, entourages, tour buses. They use all this state-to-state stuff as an excuse with their music, but underneath the music, they're doing a whole lot of dirt. Drug selling, people getting raped, people getting taken advantage of, people can't go home. Taking you on the road, you in Phoenix, but you want to go back to North Carolina, but they don't want you to leave. That's stuff they do. Then if you don't want to go to the program, they'll leave your ass in another state. That's stuff they do. They'll leave your ass in Cancun. That's the shit they do. You in Cancun, you ain't with the program, leave your ass in Cancun. That's what they do. They've been doing it for so long. What up, Punches? What up, everybody? What's up? So look, look, people need to get this clear. Everything we watching, it already happened. What you're watching is the exposure of their behavior. Because I already assumed that he was dealing with Saucy, but they saying now Diddy gave that man STD. That's what they saying. I don't know. But allegedly, one of Saucy's friends for 5 years, allegedly claiming he never did nothing with him, allegedly exposing him. But I know what's going on. Let's go. Because Miami. How long ago did we see the picture of Diddy and Rick Ross? Well, just put in your brain, that's the time they was in Atlanta and Miami. When he was kissing Nelly, that picture. Hugging with Nelly, that's when they was in Atlanta. This when New York was screaming out, we're going to bring New York back. No. When that man, when the president came in this country became something else. It became exactly what you see today. This when it all started. That's right. Like I said, every single day on the internet, they're all being destroyed and exposed. Every single day. I'm going to tell y'all, Diddy supporters, ain't nothing you're going to do to stop it. And then your turn going to be next. All of y'all. All right? He is the gay Lucifer. Didn't I already tell you that already? All right, then. Truth. Told you, all the codes is in the memes, in the AI videos. But I already told you who Diddy was already. That's who he was. He was the goddamn devil of black entertainment. He was the damn devil of the industry. That's why you're going to get all these stories about his wicked behavior, and you ain't going to get no good stories. And what you don't get is you get all wicked stories, and all his supporters are wicked. His whole family is wicked. That's their about. Can you get it clear? Ain't no good in him. Ain't no good in nobody around him. All right? Okay. Whatever proof you got. Rick Ross. What do we call this record label? Layback music. All right? He's the one that pimped out Meek. He's the one gave Meek the Diddy. Here you go. Passed him around. Found by Charlie Mack, Will Smith manager. But then again, Will Smith is accused of buying shit from Philly. 2 Philly boys that was in this game right in your face. Both got touched on. Both got exploited. But y'all still don't get it. You're still picking and choosing. Then you got proof. Both of Rick Ross artists are zesty. Both of them are boy lovers. Who's that? Meek Mill, Wale. Is it a coincidence? I signed 2 rappers. Then both of them get exposed as being pink. Is that a coincidence? Or is it just facts that you don't want to accept? No. The exposure of hip-hop rap music is the exposure of black entertainment and black fans. It ain't me. I'm just decoding what the government told me to my face. Because they put it on this internet. They told everybody, but nobody want to acknowledge it. Therefore, you don't have to. Because the world is acknowledging it. And the world is exploiting it, destroying it, and embarrassing everybody black, period, that believes in this shit. I'm just going to keep telling you the update. Keep telling you. When I told them months ago, ain't nobody going to stop it. When I told them, I don't care if you make 100 videos in Diddy defense right now. 1,000 more going to still drop today. Guess what? The main thing slaying this shit is not videos. Not on YouTube. It's the memes. It's the goddamn posts. Because today, hey, y'all, Johnny come lady don't get it, y'all. I'm going to show them again. How the most famous post was posted that we got. I got it very clear. When I got that post, I said, it's official. When I show you this post, got 2.8 million views. Hopefully some of y'all get it. Then again, who cares if you get it? I'm just showing you what the world's saying. They were all wild. They were all wild. Where at? Atlanta, Miami. That's where. They were all wild. See the connection? Meek Mill, Philly. Will Smith, Philly. Bashir from Empire, Philly. And Diddy. Diddy was the diddler. The question marks mean you don't know who he got. You don't know who he was around. He was around people. When you ain't see him, he done did stuff you couldn't comprehend. The diddler. The powers that be that gave him that name know exactly what this about. I'm going to tell y'all again. I had to wake up, y'all. I had to get back on track to how I started this thing. I ain't with that other wave. I told y'all the Diddy trial was BS. I'm back to the real talk. Let's go. I told you the Diddy trial was designed to crash people's channel and expose them. I already told you already. Let's go. Huh? Quality Control Record. Record label. Whose record label is that? Yungmiami. What we going to look at? How Yungmiami was never a real rapper and Quality Control was controlled by Diddy. That's what we're going to look at. How he was secretly making money in the South and controlling shit. Let's go. Because I also knew it was over because I've been preaching this for over 2 years. When they sold this damn label for $320 million to those guys right there, I been knew rap got sold out. Because the whole era when they was in Atlanta, it was about those quick flips. Build up the brand and sell it. They built up Quality Control with no talent. Sold that shit for $300 million. But guess who they made all the money off? Migos, Lil Baby. Then sold that shit. When they sold it, I been told you Offset career over with. I said he don't got a record label. Also showed you when Offset tried to sue them, his career was over with. Ben showed you that. Huh? They tried to sue them. Next thing you know, Offset broke, Takeoff dead. Record label sold. That's right. Yungmiami ain't writing no lyrics. City Girls, lyrics written by a man. Lil Yachty. That's right. They been playing dirty games, guys. Women singing songs written by a man. But they all made their money up Lil Yachty too. Made all their money, sold the label. Told you hip-hop been sold out. $320 million sold. When they sell it, right before Diddy got in trouble. That's right. Quality Control Music, the Atlanta-based record label, was acquired by Hype America for $320 million in a deal led by Scooter Braun, The acquisition includes both cash and stock, with $250 million in cash and $50 million in stock issued to Quality Control's founders Kevin Coach K. Lee and Pierre P. Thomas. This deal marks a significant move for Hybe into the U.S. market, particularly in hip-hop, as Quality Control is home to popular artists like Lil Baby, Lil Yachty, City Girls, and Migos. So, which means they don't have no home. But what you're watching is what they did with hip-hop forever. When I kept telling you, it's on the stock market. See? They sold it for 250 and they got 50 invested on the stock market. But see, y'all didn't know they was doing this shit since the East Coast, West Coast when it all started. When the East Coast, West Coast beef started, it was on the stock market, but they had money invested in Vibe magazine. They had money invested in the record stores, Sam Goody, all that stuff. They had money invested in all the newspapers, radio stations. It was so much money invested. Everybody got flips. That's why I say your 100 millionaires today come from rap. Jimmy Iovine, all of them were millionaires, but not like that. No, they wasn't rich like that back then, y'all. Hell no. They was in the teens. Stuff like that. Rap made everybody 100 millionaires, y'all. So here's the proof right here. How they knew you can go get people with no talent, write their lyrics, and then sell their ass for 300 million. And don't owe nobody nothing. Why? Young Miami, you ain't writing nothing. You ain't getting shit. So this is when I've been started to tell y'all, Young Miami career is over with. 2 years ago, I told you, Young Miami career over with. Did I lie? I said Offset career is over with. Cardi B career is over with because they was over. They affiliated with this right here. I told you Kodak Black career over with. Everybody career I told you over with. You have not seen them drop nothing ever since. Nope. And then with Kodak Black come out of Florida, but you didn't know he was also picked by Cal and Diddy. That's why I'm not playing with y'all. Kodak Black from the circle too, y'all. Remember Kodak Black came out. He said, "What? I'm better than Tupac and Biggie." No, they were all together, y'all. Which I don't get about them young rappers that came out that South. I swear to God, I put it together. Every single young rapper that came out that South was already approved by Diddy. I approved y'all with Lil Boosie. When that nigga said I just left New York City, there's some real shit going on. Y'all forget Pimp C really discovered Boosie and Webby. They was really under Pimp C. Then you're going to see when Pimp C died, something changed. I think Diddy and them had Lil Boosie and them spying on Pimp C. That's what I think. Because I found out later Boosie was under Diddy too. Because y'all forget rappers go on tour. When they went on tour, they meet with the biggest dudes in that city, biggest drug dealers, biggest rappers. No, y'all, I've been put it all together. I'm telling you. A lot of the stars you see now from the South was handpicked, selected by them Northerners. I already proved that Boosie is pink. All their ass pink. That's right, all of them. It's just that some of them are masculine than others. See Rick Ross? He could be masculine. He both. That's Boosie, all of their ass. Because they were favorited. And you're going to see the ones that was not favorited, they ass gone. I did my homework already. Boosie, Young Miami, it's a lot of, we can go on all their names. Migos, they controlled them when they were teenagers, boys, little girls, y'all. City girls. No, I know this game. To be a star, you're picked. They was playing with these kids already. Didn't let them be stars. Control. No, these are facts. You got the clues also with who, y'all? Meek Mill. Y'all know for a fact. Soon as Meek Mill became famous with them braids, that little young boy, what happened? They went and got him, right? That's how it worked, y'all. You watching the system play out in your face. They get them young. They don't make them stars till they grown. 18, 19, 20, 21, 25. No, they been around. Prove this shit already. No, y'all, they all fucking Geppettos. Yes, they are. Then if you don't believe that, your brain just think because 18 and up. I look at it like, nah, they be 30 years older than these people. 30 years, 20, 25 years older than them. Why? Meaning, this is my whole key. This is my whole point with a record label, y'all. If you run a record label, it's supposed to be based on talent, not age. So, okay, my label, I got talent. Hey, some of the talent is 19, 27, 36, 42. It don't matter, 21. It's a label. But when you see them target, when you see them target young and stay away from old, they let you know what they was doing. Because these old perverts were the Pied Piper running around down south with those record deals, promising everybody a deal that they ain't going to get. Why? Y'all never knew that. Stars are selected and picked. See, they gonna come to your city and pick a star they already control, and then your city gonna think y'all gonna get on, but it ain't gonna happen. These were the tricks. The tricks played. That's why the trick was always get your city behind you. But the whole time, Young Miami screaming out Miami, but she controlled by New York the whole time. Diddy. Nothing to do with Miami at all. Where Drink Champ start off at? Miami. Where was Nori living at? Miami. Where was Jim Jones living at? Miami. Rick Ross, Fat Joe, Miami. LeBron James, Miami. Because Black Hollywood made Miami the East Coast Hollywood. See? Remember, they was on their pro-black excellence. They didn't go to Hollywood like that till later. They didn't go to Hollywood till after Atlanta got played out. And they didn't want to be black no more. Then they all went to Hollywood. Get it? But when everything black was in the White House, everything black was on the East Coast. And everybody black want to be in Atlanta and Miami. That's the time frame we in. So like I said, I know the 20 teens like yesterday because they were some important years. But a lot of y'all 20 teens, I don't know where y'all was at. All right, so let's slow it all down. All right, Migos, where they at now, y'all? No, y'all, they all got touched on. Only one might not did get touched on is Takeoff. Offset, him and Cardi B was at Diddy parties 2022. That's right. Told y'all before. All y'all got was a chapter of this shit. The main shit he did after 2018. When he was with Young Miami and up, man, that's when they was taking all them damn yacht trips. To this day, we don't know what was happening on them yachts. We don't know people got thrown in the water. We don't know nothing. But you know one thing, Takeoff ain't here and their group is destroyed. I told you they been finished. Did they come back? Even though they both been dropping music, they both failed. Cause they all got pimped and played with. Diddy had his way with Quavo too, y'all. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Even though Offset is in the old Whitney Houston movie, video, because he's an artificial celebrity too. That's right. Told you they all. I know this whole shit, y'all. They all be picked as minors, y'all. That's the part y'all don't get. That's the part we didn't get. These fools, they be picking them as fucking minors, y'all. Keisha Cole, Death Row, how old was she? 13, 14. Brandy, Monica, huh? Usher, how old was Usher when he got him? 13. Okay. How old was Justin Bieber when he got him? 15. I told you. I got the shit through the story. What they told me. Chris Brown tried to sign with Diddy at what age? 13. I told you. It's early, y'all. We just don't see them till they grown. But we went through that one phase of the youngsters. That's when Bow Wow was the star. That was the Geppetto era. Bow Wow, B2K. It was always in our face. But what y'all didn't know is the whole 2000s, they were grooming their own stars that they control. Yes, that's why you're going to see when they went to Atlanta, they were already trained to put on pocketbooks. They were already trained to put on heels. They were already trained to grow their hair out and color it. It wasn't going to go down in New York because they also know hip-hop, it wasn't going to work. No, y'all, this shit was a grooming and a teaching. It's all proven now. He flipped the generation. What I told you, anybody was down there in their teens at a certain age, this y'all generation now, y'all 20s and 30s. But before that, it wasn't like that. He came down there and flipped that shit. That's right. That's what happened, y'all. Common sense. If we from New York City, the home of Greenwich Village, the biggest rainbow community in the world, one of the top pillars of the rainbow community, Greenwich Village. Why this stuff wasn't in New York first then? It's common sense. Why not New York first? We grew up, we know about the village our whole life. Even go to BBQs in a village with your girl. You know what I'm saying? People go date with, that always been like that. The village been for couples, straight couples, whatever. That's what the village is. Tattoos all night, restaurants, ain't nothing new. So my point is, why the whole New York ain't been get flipped? Why the whole New York ain't been get flipped if we all know we was born and raised with a rainbow community in our city? Why everybody in New York ain't changed? Because there wasn't no fad in New York. That's why. There was no fad. It was, if you indulge in that life, hey, you got to go to the village. But we wasn't raised to know about that shit. That was grown-up shit. It was never taught. It was never exploited. See, the alternative lifestyle was never exploited and pushed as a fad. But in New York City, the biggest community ever. So why the whole New York ain't been get flipped?
Why did it happen when they went down south? Because when them Pied Piper went down south, all them kids of the south came to follow that music. They all ran to Atlanta for that music, but they had no clue when they finished, they was going to be freaks and get flipped and played with and left broke and homeless. Thanks, Dre. That was the plot. I told them the North against the South never stopped. Down south, you didn't go and flip New York. No, New York went down there and flipped the South. The Yankees went down there and flipped that shit. It's playing out through this Saucy Santana shit. Let's go. It's a reason why. Because they also know they had to push the agenda. You don't become a star in this game. You don't know. If everybody in this game, if so many people got talent, so many people trying to get deals, you never ask, how the hell Saucy Santana get a deal? Who is he? What make him so special? No, it's called your favorite and your picked. That's what it's called. All right? Drewski, Saucy, same person. Thanks, new mom. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. No, y'all, we was naive. No, it ain't that we was naive. It's just that we didn't care about that. I know I didn't care. I had stuff going on. All I ever cared about was the music. The music, the party life, having fun. I didn't care about all that. I always knew what was going on. But it's like I said, to this day, if I heard somebody's music and I like the song and somebody say, yo, you know they gay, right? That's their business. I don't like that song no more. Like I ain't know who Michael Jackson was. Like I ain't know who Prince was. Like I ain't know all this time about a lot of shit. Oh, I ain't been know about George Jefferson. I'm gonna stop watching the Jeffersons because of what I heard about George. No, I'm gonna stop. I ain't never liked Fresh Prince anyway, but if I did, if I found out about Uncle Phil, I ain't gonna stop watching because of that. It's about entertainment. I always knew that. People personal life, that's their personal life. This generation, they wanted me to know people personal life so bad. They just want to keep drilling it in my head so I would be so fascinated with people's sexual life. So I just try to tell y'all, it was never important. The industry made people's sexual life important because they exploited it, they made money off of it, and they wanted to promote it. They promoted guns to me, and to them, they promoted pink dildos. That's the only thing different. New York, when I was young, promoted us, shoot each other, kill yourself. When they went down south, they promoted bust on each other. That's it. Nut on each other. That's the only thing happened. But rap was behind it all. That's why rap is being exposed. Not by me. The people that started this shit, the people that broke the checks, the people that gave Diddy the power, they the ones exposing it. So when you want to expose a behavior, you put it in federal court. Why? That's where their checks came from. That's why FCC is on every airwave that rap runs across. That's why every rapper's lyrics is in the what? Library of Congress. Something like that. For those who don't know about music, when you get your publishing, that publishing has to be registered. They know everything about your lyrics. They know everything about you do. They know everything. Meaning it was all what? Allowed, sanctioned. Like movies, entertainment. But what happened is your life became entertainment and they knew that you was going to follow this shit. Hey, ladies, you're going to think you're Yungmiami. You're going to think you're this video vixen that's going to be rich. You never are. You're going to get BBLs. You, bro, you're going to start doing other stuff, dressing up and all this other stuff. Meanwhile, y'all are going to be failed celebrities. That's the plot. That was the whole plot. Like I said, a lot of y'all stuck in back in the day. That's why a lot of y'all, some of y'all just now come home from jail. You wasn't even around. You been gone, fool. You were locked up so long, fool. If I said, what's that blue device right there with that keyboard on it? You ain't gonna be able to know what that is. If I say, yo, bro, what's that black device? Some of y'all know what the fuck y'all be talking about. That's why y'all exposing yourself. It was a whole era in this rap shit that went down. It was accepted. It was promoted. Now you're getting aftermath for what? Esteedeez. Of what? Baby old stories. That's right. They were networking. Episode 1. Young Miami was down with the team. She got rewarded. When this fool said she gonna be the next Oprah. But around here, we know about what? Dark-skinned Diddy. What we know about? Man, that man was probably high his mind on that stage. That's around the time he was getting the most high. That's the most time they were doing a lot of dirt. That's right. Did we heard about Diddy put a knife to J. Cole's neck? Did we forget about that? Nope. Because that was all in Atlanta. Let's go. All in Miami. Jay-Z was in Miami. Fat Joe lived in Miami. Jim Jones lived in Miami. They all was together. Huh? You forgot when Rick Ross was a star? DJ Khaled was a star? They was all in Miami. And the bandwagon riders was with them. Y'all forget, the whole decade, Jim Jones had no career. The whole decade, Fat Joe had no career. The whole decade, Jay-Z had no career. It was all about Miami and Atlanta. They were just down there behind the scenes. All right? Another clue y'all was given. Saucy Santana. Nope, that's Sean Kingston. But you ain't looking at when I said Diddy like brown skin. You saw him with Rick Ross, brown skin. Does he not look like Saucy Santana now? Sean Kingston looked like Saucy Santana, right? You seeing a pattern of Diddy's brown skin behavior. What complexion is Mace? Brown skin. No, I know his preference by studying this shit. You want to see they all look alike? Look at Saucy Santana. Who else been accused of being with Diddy? Drewski. Saucy Santana, same person. All of them go back to Diddy. We got locked up at Sean Kingston. Him and his mom got locked up at what? Bricks. Where at? Miami. How I know they connected? Justin Bieber. That's how. Justin Bieber started out Sean Kingston together. In my opinion, Sean Kingston and his mom working for Diddy. All roads go back to Diddy. But you ain't getting it. Sean Kingston came in this game. He was a minor. When he changed his name to P.diddy, he was around them minors. Who? Soulja Boy, Sean Kingston, Bow Wow, Justin Bieber, B2K. Keep going. Then when Omarion leave, after Chris Stokes get exposed, who Omarion go sign with? Huh? Who did Omarion go sign with when he left Chris Stokes, allegedly? He went to who? Rick Ross. When Omarion put out that song, Rick Ross, what is called? Touch. What Chris Stokes do to Omarion? Touch on him. No, y'all, you're looking at perverted bastards. See, the only pass I'm going to get them, I don't have no proof they was touching on minors, but I know they slick. They did it barely legal, and they like men that look like minors. So it doesn't matter. One thing I know about all of them for a fact, they don't want nothing grown. They don't want no woman that's grown as hell. They don't want no man that's grown as hell. That's a fact. They like youngsters. That's what they like. Talking about not 10 years older, not 15 years older, 30-some years older. They like fresh meat. They like fresh meat. Also in this game, when you ain't been violated, you considered a virgin. They like virgins. Oh, woman, you ain't never do a threesome, you was a virgin then. Hey, bro, you ain't never had you a virgin, bro. You ain't never got no baby all on you. That's what they like. Virgins. Because that's why I say they like to flip your ass, a.k.a. turn your ass out. That's what they like to do. All right? See what he did to Sean Kingston? Sean Kingston's mother facing 20 years. Guess what? Sean Kingston's mother is facing more time than Diddy. Answer that. Answer me that one, y'all. How is that possible? What they say Sean Kingston's mother about? I think they say his mother about the same age as Diddy too, I think. Then they said she like 57, something like that. Sean Kingston's mother, y'all, is facing more time than Diddy as we speak. No, y'all. This shit we looking at is a tangled web. See how Sean Kingston look just like Saucy, right? So it is said that Saucy Santana has a STD. It is said that he got bumps and all this other stuff. But see, a lot of y'all know he was being exposed by his so-called friend of 5 years. His friend claimed he had no sex. This is also a presentation by Hollywood Unlocked. That's right. Hollywood Unlocked got to participate too. That's right. Because they got to bring the tea for their community. Now, this tea spilling over is really from the community. That's what it said. This is sloppy, messy behavior that is spilling over to show you that what I already proved to you that Diddy and Hollywood Unlocked was tied together. All of them together. Christian Rock, the whole Christian Rock, Blueface, Diddy, all that shit was together. That's why Jason Lee know what's up. He know what's up. That's why he said he chilling. Because a lot of people that know the truth of this shit, but they're giving you clues. See, I know Jason Lee down with Diddy and the rest of them. So when this come out, I know what it's about. Meaning, it's some truth to this shit. Saucy Santana spends time and does the ceiling challenge with Chef D Monster. Now look, that's when they were cool. Jason Lee was promoting them in their lifestyle. Now they beefing with each other. Jason Lee is the one promoting the beef, that they fell out with each other. Get it? So these guys fell out. Mind you, one of them was in jail. They telling on all you jail thugs. What else I told y'all? Didn't I tell you that beard means something else? How long ago I told you that? Did I not call them beard gang years ago? I started putting together. I said, yo, everybody that's suspect or outright out the closet, they got a beard. So I just started noticing it. Then I noticed they call woman beards. I said, yo, that beard stuff means something else now. And y'all was saying, don't ever trust a man with no hair on his face. I said, no, that shit reversed. You don't trust a man with a beard. Tripping. But this is what I'm talking about. They allegedly fell out. He allegedly put him on blast for having all these STDs. So the word is STD from Diddy. But it said they say he got that monster and other stuff. But we know for a fact, who we know for a fact got STD be around Diddy? Usher. The Diddy trial told us who else got STDs? Cassie, which means what? Diddy probably got it too, right? What else I said? I also think these bastards were giving people that shit on purpose. You one of us now. I think when you join the blood gang and the Crip, you got to shoot somebody, put in work, or get beat up. You got to shed blood. I think in their gang, you got to get an STD or you ain't down for real. That's what I think, because we never hear about condoms. But we know about Gangstalicious. Big Phil, what's up, Big Phil? What's up, Lavish? What's up, y'all? We live. Shout out to everybody in the back. What's up, Mike, Britt, Brett? All right, let's go. Yeah, y'all. It's all in Boondocks. The New York rappers, they the main ones, y'all. They spread this gospel all down south. Look at it like this. When them New York rappers went down south, they said, we're going to screw them all. We're going to take our time and screw them all. I'm telling you, man, I think the most boys and minors got abused during that whole Atlanta, Miami experience. I'm talking about 15. I think that's when they was doing all that shit, y'all. Disguised as rap, disguised as I'm going to give you a deal, disguised as, oh, you come to the show. I'm telling y'all what the fuck they was doing. That's why all this shit had to be dismantled. And guess what else? Like I said with Tiny and T.I., I know what they was doing too, y'all. You know what else? I'm telling you, not just Tiny and T.I. You know, when they was promoting that swinging shit, I think a lot of those couples were also doing stuff to youngsters, raping their ass. Yup. Because it was a culture they was living down there, y'all. Let's go. Now you see an aftermath. What? Broke. Miami, broke. So, they were all in Miami. Once again, I told you, it was a reason when him and Trey Songz made that song called Summer Miami. Because that's how long they've been going down that bitch. So you just think of that neighborhood. You think of that freak off mansion and think of all the shit they was doing. Don't forget, LeBron and them were there too. I'm lazy. I bet you any amount of money I can look up that Jay-Z and Beyonce had a mansion out there too. Easy. No, y'all. This is where they was doing all that shit at for a whole decade. One way in, no way out. No such thing as going to Diddy house leaving. Yeah, so let me show you what else being said. It is also being said that Diddy gave something to Rihanna. Why? It is said that Jay-Z did some shit to her and passed it to Diddy. It is said that's the main reason why she wanted to get away from their ass back then. That's right. But if I didn't know that, by me doing my homework, I learned what? That Diddy and Jay-Z put Rihanna and Chris Brown together. What else I found out? Diddy played around with Chris Brown too. That's right. Went into my history already. Well, a lot of y'all know, well, some of y'all ladies probably know, it was allegedly a rumor on Rihanna a long time ago with something, right? Well, it was said that Diddy gave it to her. That's what was said. What else am I showing y'all? I'm showing y'all people. I'm talking to the people that been doing this stuff, the original, remember I told y'all, people that tell T and y'all gossip stuff, right? I told y'all it's a new wave. A lot of y'all got tricked that been on here. I kept telling y'all that Diddy trial wasn't about nothing. It was to lower your stock. So while y'all been on Diddy trial lowering y'all stock, a lot of y'all talking about your original heads, right? I'm talking about the ones that wasn't dealing. Y'all was not dealing with the inside scoop, the real shit. So I told you what happened. A lot of y'all exposed for like being late, and a lot of y'all being exposed for having controlled content. Meanwhile, it is so many new people on y'all ass, and they are telling so much shit. Everything is being exposed. Now I've been doing my fact check, shit panning out. I'm showing you the new people on this bitch, revealing a whole lot of shit. So they went back into the Jay-Z signing Rihanna, her age, and what went down back then, and why Rihanna got away from Jay-Z and Diddy. Remember I told y'all, I'm going to show you again today. The reason why you're going to see all these new content creators is because most of the content creators that you already know are under control. They're under control, or they have pledged allegiance to certain people, and they're not going to go against the grain. They only talking about Diddy trial because the shit became public. We've been talking about Diddy way before that, and before that. Because the rest of America know Hollywood been under attack ever since what? Deep State. Hollywood been under attack since what? Epstein. So we always knew it went from Epstein to Diddy. Meanwhile, it's the whole Hollywood. But what I'm telling you today is the reason why a lot of people going to be gone because they went the same regime and now they being replaced. I'm seeing new people. I'm fact checking their shit. They telling the truth. And on top of that, they talking about what other people can't talk about. And on top of that, I'm seeing people come out of nowhere and their views picking up. So I told you what's going to happen. I see it clear as day. New entertainment. What's happening? People that ain't compromised, they coming out. Why? The plan is to get rid of everybody that been on this bitch, tap dancing and what? Taking up a Diddy, taking up a Jay-Z, taking up a Beyonce, hiding the truth, making up narrative. I'm telling you what's happening. When I say they ain't gonna stop, they ain't gonna cover it up, it's about 100 new Tasha K's. Huh? I'm not playing with you. It's about 50 new Lovely T's. I'm not playing with you. They got AI videos, no face, but they dealing with what? Facts. That you can what? Fact check. Which means what? They not following the narrative that been on this bitch. I told you what's gonna happen. Y'all all gonna get pushed off. Y'all all gonna get pushed down. How it's gonna happen? Well, they still make Little Debbie's, right? How many of y'all still eat Little Debbie's? You go in the store every day. A lot of shit you grew up on still in the store, but do you still buy it? No. That's what's gonna happen with these old channels, all this old content, all the same old shit. What's happening is it's a new regime change, like I said. I told them already what's gonna happen. See, I keep telling them. They think it's just teacher tells. No, that's the one you're gonna pay attention to. It's hundreds. It's already hundreds on this bitch. Yup. And they coming. That's right. So I'm just showing you how this particular channel exposing the relationship of Rihanna with Jay-Z and Diddy. All right. So like I say, I'm like, yo, let me see this some fake ass shit. Click on it. Nah. Person that's talking on here. Nah. And the stuff they pulling up, receipts and all that. Nope. So I'm just showing you, right? People that don't go with the narrative. That's why I was telling y'all. See, while everybody's talking about Diddy trial, they exposing this shit. That's why I told y'all how all the real people know what's up. Like you see how my channel work? You see everybody been talking about Diddy, right? I'm talking about other shit. That's right. But what they don't know is there was people sent on this internet to take everybody's spot that been on this shit of a certain background. I'm telling you, I already told y'all already. If your lane is tea and gossip, I already told y'all what time it is. You know what I'm saying? I gave y'all fair warning what's going to happen. And it ain't going to stop. All right? Because everybody was in on this industry game, guys. But now, black entertainment is outlawed. It's no more glory. Anybody trying to keep it going, they coming for you. That's all I'm telling you. Anybody trying to hold it up. Didn't I tell you Shannon Sharp kept trying to interview certain people? What happened? Okay then. Anybody trying to hold this shit up, you going down anyway. That's how I said this. See, this is from a process, y'all. It's not me. It's that you got to remember, a lot of y'all on record. You made a lot of money. You've been talking the same shit. Your channel is based in all of this fuckery, and they know it. And it's a new day. So it is so many different things being dispersed to destroy y'all. Because the way it's like this. The plan is it's gonna be a separation of content, is what I mean. The real shit is so real, it's making a fake shit look real fake. You see? You got this grown-up shit coming out, and it's making that other shit look like little kid shit. That's what I'm talking about. They getting out work, they getting out hustle, and they getting out content, and they can't go to the depths of the depths, because a lot of them are silenced, and a lot of them are under this same shit. Get it? If you became a star during Diddy and Jay-Z day, your time is up. If you made 6 figures already under this regime, your time is up. That's where we at with it. Because it's proven that what? Everybody got their favorite. But now we at a point where fair media. Huh? When I said the only reason why Nelly with Ashanti is because of this. But people going to still say, Nelly and Ashanti, they're so cute. Nelly and Ashanti, Nelly and Ashanti. That shit is fake. Because you're going to see it didn't happen till this man got exposed. When he got exposed for doing that shit to Lil Rod, when he got exposed for that cassie shit, babies and marriages. Before that, Ashanti in Dubai getting peed on, allegedly. Where was this at? Atlanta days. Where was y'all at, guys? No, this is what most of y'all get down with. I'm talking about you straight men. Diddy is the revelation of the so-called straight men. That's all it is. This is why he got married. Then I prove you can't even show me a picture with Nelly and Ashanti like this. This is called goddamn intimate. I showed you every picture Nelly take with Ashanti. He looked like he damn near don't want to take the damn picture. No, y'all, it happened already. When he was kissing Rick Ross, it happened already. Nelly was with their ass in Atlanta and Miami the whole time. Yes, he was. That's what they was doing, y'all. When I tell y'all what, the Geppetto era happened already. Justin Bieber, it happened already. Who else around Justin? All of their ass. DJ Khaled, Rick Ross, all of them, Usher. Where they had Justin at? Atlanta, Miami. The Geppetto shit been in y'all face already. But remember, hip-hop is the only culture where you could be 18 and hang with somebody 54. And it's normal. Meanwhile, no, all of them are goddamn Geppettos. This is what Diddy turned Justin into. This is what gave me the clue. Diddy make them do shit and incriminate people. They did it to Odell. Proved it already. The same thing he had Justin do, set Odell up. The same thing he had Cassie them doing. I put it together. Trey Songz standing right there. He in on it. But I said, in my opinion, Diddy came in there with that damn camera because he used Justin to set Odell up. Even though it went viral, Justin going down on Odell allegedly. Everybody act like the shit didn't happen. So what's really going on with this Diddy trial? What's really going on? But what? Odell's name is still in the lawsuits. That shit Drewski talking about, I did not hear his name get dropped in no damn lawsuit. Huh? So Drewski could keep talking about statements, but until the statement come out, his name has been dropped, his ass still in it. Period. Because they all together. Like I said, you want to know what they do to minors? Here's the proof. Here's the proof. But remember what I said before. For one, they don't care about Geppetto behavior. And if it happened to a white boy, they definitely don't care. But like I said, if it was proven right now that a white man did something to Chris Brown when he was young, they would destroy that white man on the internet. But since all these blacks get exposed, everybody giving the blacks a pass. Did you notice that? Everybody black gives Diddy a pass. Most of them. I'm just being real. Because they the ones that are racist. Like I said, the racist people, as long as nobody white did it, nobody black, they don't care. But if somebody black do this to black people, it's okay. That's what I'm talking about. That's what it's all about, y'all. Let's go. So look, DJ Khaled, Pharrell. The same time in Atlanta, what song Pharrell come out with, y'all? Happy. When he made that song, I knew he meant he was coming out the closet back then. That's what it meant. They all was in Atlanta. When DJ Khaled said he doesn't eat his wife's coochie, I know what he meant when he said that. They will let me know play by play by play by play. Miami. Then we find out what? DJ Khaled ain't even Puerto Rican. He ain't Spanish or nothing. That man from overseas somewhere. Fronting like a DJ. He gets a Hollywood star for acting like a DJ. Meanwhile, he could be a ringleader of the biggest pedo ring you ever seen in your life. Huh? As far as we know, they were dealing with nothing but pedo activity. Then DJ Khaled drops a video of two black men carrying him like modern day slaves because he don't want to walk on his Jordans. Nobody said nothing. I look at them as they violated so many black men in the name of wanting a record deal. What happened to Ace Hood was signing him? No, y'all. I look at them as taking that shit to Florida, Miami, and Georgia. They knew every black person down that bitch. Worship rap music more than New York. Worship that shit. Because they knew they were from them goddamn country ass cities, country towns. Some of them were from towns with fucking railroad tracks, no goddamn city buses, living in goddamn trailer parks. They knew them goddamn people down south was gonna go for that shit so much they would do whatever. But they didn't know they was getting led into a trap. That's why you gonna go down south now. That shit fucked up, and ain't nobody no damn rapper. Nope. It was a plan, y'all. Huh? It was a plan. We spoke about it yesterday. The freaks. Look at Tiny. I didn't know she was that tiny. They're freaks, y'all. This what they was doing. Pimping their daughter out. This what they into. Huh? Turn their son into icespice. That's what they into. Son got a Playboy bunny on his neck. Anybody smart, you know what that means. No, y'all. They're exposed. The freaks of Atlanta. Diddy's the family member. Little King is an example of what they did to the South. But if I wasn't going to the South my whole life, I would have never knew no fucking better. I know the truth. The South was the strictest. The South was the least. They ain't do shit. Remember that? Now the South do everything. They do shit I would never do. That's the South. The South didn't start shooting people first like up north. The South, when it was said and done, they were shooting more than Cali. The South got flipped the most of the whole 50 states, y'all. They did. You want to talk about who got the most brainwashed? The South. New York still the same. LA still the same. The South got flipped the most. The South got turned to the most criminal and the fruitiest. Yes, it did. Because they wanted to be like gangster states, and they followed every rainbow state. So the South got flipped the most, even though the South was the most in the church and the most religious. That's why they was under the most what? Attack. That's right. Even though Tiny got a what? White mama. Even though he got a what? White grandmama. Ain't nothing wrong with that white. It's just that they kept talking about black. Meanwhile, ass ain't even all the way black for real. Huh? So that's why I told you. When blacks get abused, some people don't care. That's Tiny. What she say? People want you to go down so bad because you like being freaky. No, you like freaking off on black people, Tiny. You like black meats. You like black skin. That's you. You're a sex demon that loves dark skin. That's y'all. All right? So like I said, it ain't about race. They kept talking about race. Talking all that black shit, abusing blacks. Huh? They so scared of white people. Man, they know not to play with white people. They know better than that. Don't let them fool you. Don't let them fool you. One thing you going to see in all this shit, they knew not to play with nobody white kid. They knew that part. You didn't figure it out yet, did you? Yeah, they gonna wear blonde hair, but they ain't gonna touch no white girl with no blonde hair. They know better than that shit. Get it? Because the blacks are permitted to be abused. That's right. Shh. The secret of Hollywood. That's right. See them? Flipping their ass. Where they flip down south? Texas, Louisiana, Florida, Georgia. Flip their ass. All of them always want. These are the kids that grew up watching 106 in Park, y'all. They the ones that love this shit more than us, New York. They was watching 106 in Park their whole fucking life. They couldn't wait to be a star. That's why they got flips. Is it a coincidence? Usher made a payout. Multiple payout for her. Usher was accused for doing it to a man. He made a payout. I told you his name is Bumpy Johnson. You didn't listen. You still bought tickets. Now, 2025, we get word on what? Saucy Santana got bumps. Just so happened, the same circle. Is it a coincidence? All of them affiliated with Diddy? When Usher said he was in the bed with Diddy at what, 14? You thought it was regular stories. I knew it was a pedo story back then. The pedo shit already happened. The pedo shit was promoted. The pedo shit is still loved and covered up to this day. But the pedo shit is still being exposed. Are you getting it yet? The pedo shit ain't coming out in court. Some of it is in lawsuits. That's right. No, y'all, STD family. Told you they turned king in the goddamn icespice. Y'all thought I was playing. Nope. Ha 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 ha. Told you, man. Now let me show y'all something. For those who know on this channel, y'all will get it clear. Everybody for day one, we're going to go back into it because it's an update. It's an update. Because it keep coming out in court. They didn't understand. I'm going to tell you again. This is a GOV revelation. This is a GOV exposure. What we're talking about today was classified information. They didn't want us to know, bro. But before the elections, they went and had a meeting. They said it's time to release the documents. We put an end to this thing called hip hop rap. We're gonna let the world know what it's really about. The ones that stay with it, they're going down with it. The ones that get it clear, they're gonna separate from it. Either way, rap is the target. Why? Rap has been being judged as a cancer of this country that helped destroy this country. If we had to blame any music for participating in destructive behavior in this country for 30 years, which music would get all the blame? And let's stop playing. If we went in penitentiary right now and question everybody in there and say, hey, what's your favorite music? What music you think they're going to say? When they see everybody in jail, when they got to order their music, because you know they got MP3s and all that, when all them criminals in there order their music to download, you don't think they know what they listen to or who they listen to? No, y'all. Rap was the soundtrack to crime. Ever since 1990, ever since that word thug life, rap and crime has went together because they started to use rap to put you in prison. But they also had a plan to use rap to flip you into wearing skirts. That was part of it. Because they also knew a lot of y'all gonna go to jail and you're gonna come home wearing a skirt, or you're gonna love skirt wearers after a while. See, this rap gonna put you in jail, bruh. You're gonna be in there so long, you come home, you're gonna be a fruity YouTuber. That's right, like most of y'all. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. I also told a lot of you idiots, y'all missed the campaign already. A lot of y'all, if y'all came out the closet a long time ago, y'all had all y'all benefits. See, the real people got all their benefits. They chilling. Most of y'all broke working on YouTube. Yeah, I'm telling y'all who y'all are because I see y'all. Let's go. All right? Because the government told me about all y'all. I also know that the government also told me this is the early release program from prison. That's right. That's right. Let's go, y'all. What did Candace Owens tell us? This is what I want to show y'all. Look at the date. September 20th, 2024. All my smart people that know politics. Y'all know what campaign was going down right here. This when they started to heat up on the campaign, y'all. And they said, we're going to let them blacks know the truth. This is what I've been telling them so-called blacks. They told you the truth already. I told them blacks. Some of them, I said, yo, y'all, they've been trying to free y'all. A lot of y'all don't want to listen. That was last year. This year, you're going to be destroyed. Hey, Chicago, they say a flood coming. Matter of fact, migrants already flooded that shit. See, this was a lot of y'all last warning, but you didn't get it, right? So I'm going to tell you again what you're looking at. This before Diddy trial. It's bigger than Diddy trial. This was the whole shit about, or was about. Gangster rap was never black culture. It was created by the feds, who preferred deals to homosexual black men, not white men, not Asian men, not yellow, red men, black men. Black men. Remember, you don't like Candace Owens, right? But just remember, she tried to tell y'all stupid ass. But you listen to who you like. So that's why you don't know shit. I'll tell you again, because y'all slow. Gangster rap was never black culture. This is also for all cultures around the nation that didn't know. Hey, this for white people, anybody that didn't know. This for everybody to know. This was classified information. It was. So I told you, when they let it be known, it's not a secret no more. And ever since she told me that, I've been ragging their ass. I've been having a ball. That's right. Let's go. That's why I say it had nothing to do with nobody in the rainbow community. This only had to do with gangster rap. Gangster rap was never black culture. They were telling you, them niggas lying to you about hip-hop is your culture. A lie. Telling you right here. It was created by the feds, gangster rap. Wow, when they took it over, it wasn't hip-hop no more. It was gangster rap. What she telling you, it was created by the feds because the feds took over that shit. Thug life. Who preferred deals to homosexual black men in prison. But that's the only way they're going to trust you with the millions. The only way they're going to trust your ass. When you come home and you compromise from prison. You come home, you on that paperwork. You work for them now. You're going to listen, you're going to play a role. I also know that hip-hop is a program they were pushing through PC. So I always knew if you was in PC and you got any talent, they'll work it out when you come home and maybe get a fucking deal. Some shit like that. Who preferred deals to homosexual black men in prison and then turn them into artificial celebrities. The goal was to create false idols to destroy black American values. Now you see why I kept calling Jay-Z your God? Because he's your false idol. You see why I keep calling Beyonce your God? False idol. Okay, you don't believe they false idols? What did they teach you? Did they teach you good? Did they teach you bad? Did they teach you truth? Did they teach you lies? Did they teach you anything you could use right now? No. Why? They work for the Gov. The Gov exposed it all. This is classified information that got revealed. But see, the secret was, we're going to let Candace tell it, and the smart ones will get it. Now, the ones that hate Candace, they ain't going to get it clear, and they the ones going to go down with Diddy, because they the ones down with that shit. And meanwhile, everybody down with this shit got this behavior. They all going to get wiped out anyway. This was September. It's July. Go outside. I bet you won't see no hip-hoppers. I bet you won't see nobody love gangster rap. I bet you won't even hear that shit outside. You ain't going to see no drill rapper. You ain't going to hear nothing because you didn't know. The campaign started back then. Guess what else happened this month? The same exact month because I know my shit. Now, when it comes to this Diddy shit, I'm a brag. I'm going to say I know this shit. I know the Diddy story better than anybody. I did my homework. So when I see September 20th, I know what happened after that. What happened? Diddy got locked up about 3 days after this post. Bingo. Google it right now. Google when Diddy got locked up, y'all. Google it right now. Prove me wrong. He got locked up either September 23rd or September 24th. To let y'all know, I'm with the crowd that been giving y'all real information, real detail, real facts. Not to praise me, for you to do your own homework. I've been telling y'all the truth so you won't be stupid. That's called love, dummies. But you don't know what love is. I've been telling y'all the truth so you won't make an ass out yourself and your fucking kids and your future generation believing fairy tales. Because when she told me this shit, I got it clear. She was everything before this was assuming shit. Everything before this was us guessing, laughing, and joking. But when she told me this, I got it clear. And what she was telling me, it was always meant for y'all to go to jail. And it was always meant for y'all to put on skirts. It's right here. Which means they had to get you away from your real culture and get you with this fake culture. What was your real culture? Don't tell me. Just ask yourself how you was raised. All right. And none of us was raised with hip hop in our house. Meaning our parents never played this shit to us. Okay. So when she say gangster rap was never black culture, what they saying is you had your own culture, but this gangster rap shit gave you another culture. And this culture they gave you was created by the feds, who preferred deals to homosexual black men in prison and then turn them into artificial celebrities. Because they're going to turn you artificial and they're going to turn you into a homosexual. That's what's in this whole shit. Now, the goal was to create false idols. Why? For them to look up to and forget their real values. Period. That's why she said black American values. What are black American values? Well, if you want to go back to after slavery, the ones that just did what they had to do, further their education, went to work, pay their taxes, raise their family, purchase land, mind their business, that's them. When I went back into my history and I found out the truth, like I said, everybody black was never with that Black Panther shit. Black people used to get shamed back then because they want to grow their afro out. They were getting shamed. This when I found out that the poor blacks were the revolutionaries and they would always try to shame the smart blacks. If you was a black household in the damn 60s and you about to put your kids in college back then, they'll call you a fucking sellout. Oh yeah, sellout. If you was in the 60s, 70s, and you was educated and you wanted your kids to be smart, they call you a sellout. It was the own black people shaming other black people. That's what it was. But the whole science is that revolutionary shit was created by poor blacks. No, it wasn't created, it was given to their ass. All right? Poor blacks. Because those poor blacks that were running their mouth, black power, all their money was funded by the damn government. They had shit. So it was this thing where niggas would grow their hair out nappy and shame all other blacks that were still using straight combs. That's right. What's wrong with being black? Is when they created all that shit. Meanwhile, the real black Americans we wasn't with none of that shit. I watched the old documentary from the 60s, and that one was in a beauty shop. She said, I ain't growing my afro out. Everybody want me to grow afro. I ain't growing my afro out. That's why I say I do homework. I just talk. This was classified information. Now let me show you Johnny come lately. You see, Candace told us this September. Back in September, this shit had 2.8 million views, which means this truth was spoken and viewed by anybody. Put it like this. I can take all your favorite content creators, put them together, and then they're going to add up to 2.8 in one post, which means the truth was already revealed, y'all. So while y'all been laughing, we've been laughing at y'all because we already got it clear that hip-hop was a what? Homosexual culture. Controlled by who? Diddy. That's who. That's who. That's why it was in federal court. That's why this came out 3 to 4 days before his ass went to jail. It was a revelation. It's for the people that's slow. Then if you didn't get it, you saw the details where? In court. So when she said gangster rap was never black culture, it was created by the feds, now you should know why T.I. never what? Went to jail, dummy. Because he was the face of the fake-ass gangsters in Atlanta. The fake-ass Tupac. A fucking, man, oh man. All that shit was fake, y'all. Then I proved y'all what? T.I. controlled by Diddy the whole time. Then I show we already know what? Jermaine Dupri, Diddy go back to when they was fucking teenagers. That's right. Because Jermaine and Diddy were the favorite by the white man back then. Clyde Davis and them. It always been a young thing. Only way you're going to be executive if they liked you when you were young. Diddy been around this shit since a goddamn youngster. Stop it. His mama. Let's go. What age he get Usher? Had Usher in a sleepaway camp, Flavor Camp in New York, when Usher was 13. No, they already told us what the fuck they do, y'all. They all fake and they all perverts. And they all Geppettos. All right? So she told us it was fake. And she also told us they all flaming. See the fake tough guy face? Huh? Ice Cube, a Jerry Curl head sucker, had no gangster in him from the goddamn suburbs, but he sold us that tough guy face for 30 years. When I was a teenager, I believed that shit when I was a kid. He fake as hell, y'all. And he was beefing with Candace because she exposed his ass. He was mad. No gangster rap. Fans ain't start gangster rap. No, they didn't. Nigga, shut up. That's the case. Why the hell did Eazy-E go to the what? White House? Huh? If Eazy-E went to the White House, why was that? No, I got it clear. When Candace told me that, oh, I get it. Now I know why Easy went to see George Bush. I get it. That's right. Because gangster rap was what? Created by the feds. Who preferred deals to homosexual men because they're the only ones they control. Little Richard. That's right. A man that's not bent over is not to be trusted. That's right. Yes, the rhythm, the rebel, a fake Black Panther. All right? That's it. That's it. Whole time now, where they at? In a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Because their job is to make you rebellious. You're going to be rebellious. You're going to believe in all that black power. But when it's all said and done, every single check he got was from a white man. That's right. Every single check they got was from a white man. That's right. Same thing they told me. When you're a rapper, you're going to be a rapper till the day you die. So you ain't never in your life going to see Flavor Flav without that clock. He's a cartoon character. That's right. No, that's who they are, y'all. His job was to make us rebellious, so we never had no fucking job. That fake black power shit. Yes, the rhythm, the rebel. Meanwhile, they all was in Florida. They all was in Miami. They all was in what? ATL. This is when they all pulled up just for DJ Khaled. This was DJ Khaled's day getting that star, but it do look like Jay-Z was a hater and Fat Joe. Jay-Z don't got no star, y'all. Did you know that? He don't got a star. I'm showing you this because this union was very important. This was before Jay-Z got accused. This before Diddy was in trouble. This before Fat Joe was accused. Since Diddy been in court, what else happened? DJ Khaled got a casket sent to his house. That's right. I've been giving y'all everything, play by play. But I showed you what? Everybody turned their back on Diddy. Somehow their ass all got exposed. Huh? Because Jay-Z didn't get exposed until he said he don't rock with Diddy like that. Then next thing you know, he had a charge on him. Busby. Fat Joe got a charge right now. It ain't over yet. Fat Joe charges also got who charged? Rock Nation, Jay-Z. You still ain't getting it yet. So y'all actually thought it was just going to be Diddy and it's over. No, it's the whole shit. Now, if everybody would have just disappeared and bowed out gracefully, you wouldn't be seeing this shit. But since they so concerned with trying to make the black fans, like, they so busy trying to prove to y'all that it's not over for them, that's why they're going to keep getting spanked. That's right. When daddy said go in the house, go in the house. They don't want to go in the house, so you're going to keep seeing this shit. What? That all the dirt they was doing, y'all. Diddy also knew about maritime law. So I know this shit. I'm going to assume they did more dirt on the yacht than they did on land. Because when you on that yacht, ain't no such thing as saying no. You can't say no. Because that man right there, he going to go where the sharks be at. He's so grimy, he probably keeps steaks, all type of shit on the boat. He going to take you on that deck. He going to start throwing them steaks in that water, and you going to start seeing them sharks. And then he going to ask you a question. What you going to do? I also think there was also robbing people. He probably was stealing people, man, getting people out of contract, putting people in contract. Because when you on that boat and you away from this shit, ain't nothing you going to say or do because you going to go in that water. So I told you, man. We showed it. After he asked Fab, when we're going to party, Fabulous was on this man yacht, 2023. This is 20. They was doing this shit recent, y'all. So that's why I say the recent shit ain't even come out. But a lot coming out. We about to get back into the lawsuit, y'all. It's alleged that Diddy jacked off with a man and bust off on Biggie's shirt. We got to get into that nasty shit. We're going to recap in a minute. We almost finished with this. That what? My opinion, they was doing the most dirt in Florida and Atlanta. That's why this Saucy Santana shit spilling over. Because you forget, once Diddy cut off Young Miami, at first, somehow Saucy was on the channel because they were together. And I'm telling you, it was said he was using to knock people out and RAPE people. See, he could have used Saucy to drill some straight men. Yup. But like I said, this is an exposure, y'all, of what rap is and what it been and what they've been doing. Because according to what I know and what I've been learning, A lot of these people, they get young. I got proof they knew Cameron young. I got proof they knew T.I. young. Huh? I got proof they knew Chris Brown and Trey Songz young. And Jimmy. I'm telling you. All of them been around. They be around from teenagers. The question is, why they still all around and they got their 40s and 50s? Because you got the proof. It was always controlled. Gangster rap was never black culture. It was created by the feds who preferred deals to homosexual men. If you was a homo, you wasn't getting no deal. You wasn't going to keep your power. Get it? So now do you see why Cameron interviewed the Punisher as these details came out? Because the joke was on the gangster rappers, and the biggest joke was really on the gangster rapper fans. So when I told y'all I've been separated myself from this shit, I've been watching every so-called gangster fan and every gangster guy get trolled by these men. Because it's all of them. Everybody saying free Diddy, it's all of them. Everybody saluting Diddy, it's all of them. All of them what? With this behavior. But you still couldn't tell me, why is a rubber duck in that goddamn basket? Rubber duck to me means minor. What does it mean to you? No, this was an exposure of a freaky culture. It's not about who go to jail or not. It's about the GOV exposed rap black entertainment. See that? The government keep telling you it was classified. The government let it be known. Government telling y'all to your face what it is. So when I watch Negroes making up shit, I just know they lying. I just laugh at all of them because the government told me what it is. If the government told me what it is, why the fuck would I listen to a dumbass content creator? Huh? When I know half of these content creators are fucking failures. Huh? Half of them are fresh out of jail. The other of them are compromised. Half of them are fucking on federal paperwork. And all they got is YouTube. Why the hell would I listen to them? With the government, see that? Government exhibit. Baby on Astroglide rubber duckies right in my face. What else is that? The nitro oxide. The nitrous oxide was an epidemic in this country where they said a lot of youngsters, minors, were taking that shit. Getting out the smoke shack. It's right here. No, the government told me what they do. I don't need a janky-ass content creator to tell me shit. That's right. That's for you dumb niggas. Y'all watch that shit. I'm going to tell you what it is. Huh? They were grooming. He had his sons. He got daughters. You don't know who was at his house, but you know them freaky rappers was, right? Okay. So now that it's getting exposed about these STDs, it make a lot of sense to me. Let's go. So I'm going to tell y'all again. Y'all all on the Titanic. So if you didn't understand what the movie Titanic was about, well, that proved you on your way out of here. Because that's the ship called rap. That shit called BT right there. See, Diddy, he the captain of that shit. But if you saw the movie Titanic, you would know. Soon as that shit hit the iceberg, the crew, the captain, they knew some shit was fucked up. They knew exactly what was going to go down. But what they do? Hey, we got to act like ain't nothing happened. What they do, y'all? Everybody on that boat got put to sleep and put in a false reality that everything was all right. Everything's okay. Meanwhile, what happened, y'all? That shit kept filling up and filling up and filling up and filling up. Meanwhile, some people knew it was happening and some people didn't. Then what happened? When it started getting to the end, top dogs started trying to save themselves. What happened? They start jumping ship. Then what they say? Fuck the poor people. Fuck their ass. Fuck them. We got to get out of here. So what happened? All the rich and the elite saved themselves. When it was all said and done, everybody else didn't know what was going on. They went down with that ship. Guess what? Even the ones that thought they was with the crew, they thought they were with the staff, their ass went down too. Why? Because it was only enough boats for a few elite people. That's right. So I know what this is about. When I kept saying everybody pledge allegiance to Diddy and this bullshit, they going down with him. Because that's how the Titanic went down. That's right. That means bloggers. That means janky-ass YouTube content creators. That means anybody trying to keep this black shit going. I'm talking about rap, R&B, gossip, tea, fuckery. I'm not trying to dish y'all. I'm just telling y'all what it is. All right? It's called Hip hop is over and nothing you're gonna do about it. Rap is over and nothing you're gonna do about it. The government exposed all of their ass is freaks, weirdo, nasty Geppettos, and ain't nothing you're gonna do about it. The thing is, it's a lot of y'all with the shit, and you going down with the shit. That's all I'm showing you. And I keep saying it's designed to be that way. It's designed for all y'all ass to get the fuck out of here. All right? That's why I told you. Now you got people on here telling the truth. What they talking about? How allegedly Rihanna contacted some shit from Diddy and Jay-Z. Also, I can let y'all know today, Allie Carter is back on the warpath. Some of y'all might know already. Go pay attention to what Allie Carter talking about. She lighting their ass up. Yes, she is. The campaign that started last year, y'all, is back. I'm talking to people on this channel that know what's up. It's back. The same shit we went through last year when this came out is back. Meaning, Allie Carter back. Everybody is coming back to finish this shit off. That's right. I'm going to tell you what happened. I think when they see everybody saluting that Diddy shit, people say that's enough is enough. What happened? Well, in L.A., when Diddy was acquitted, somebody went and poured baby oil on a Diddy star. On this Hollywood star, somebody went and poured baby oil, left a bottle, and took a picture. Because the secret is, that's what they use to knock people's ass out. That's right. This is also to show you he's humiliated, he is disgraced. He is disgraced. That's right. Booty bandit. A rich-ass booty bandit. That's what they look at him as. So let's look at how Diddy, the booty bandit, did some perverted stuff in the name of Biggie Smalls to disrespect Biggie Smalls' legacy. Yes, he did. Allegedly, Diddy has another lawsuit, y'all. That's why I keep telling y'all. The more they celebrate, the more it's going to get nastier. Didn't I tell you that before? Every time somebody stick their head out, every time somebody think they got a victory, this shit going to get worse. When fatjoe started his podcast, what did he get? A charge. Huh? Let's go. P.diddy allegedly played with himself on the Notorious Big shirt. Claims new sexual battery lawsuits. The diddler strikes again. P. Diddy's Walk of Fame star covered in baby oil after rapper was denied bail. P. Diddy's Walk of Fame star had a baby oil bottle placed on it following his being denied bail. The rapper will remain behind bars as he awaits sentencing in October following his recent conviction. Everybody's paying attention. Everybody know the truth. Man, them blacks freaky, man. They the main ones been participating in this shit. Damn, it's all of them like that? Yup. The freak show. See Dwight Howard, y'all? He the tall one. The freaks. The black freaks. That's who they are. Who started Kevin Hart's career? Is it not Jay-Z, Dame Dash? But you forget Diddy, Russell Simmons, they all together. He's family. Why is he still in our face? Why Shannon Sharp kept saying, somebody NBA, somebody to get Dwight Howard, he still could play. He still could play. Man, get Dwight Howard, he could play. Didn't ask me why Shannon Sharp got charges on him. That's right. He could play. No. Dwight Howard is from Atlanta, Georgia. He is the example of exactly what they was doing down there. He is the example. Because I'm going to tell you again, when I saw what he did to his teammate on that bench, on TV, I know what he do to men. No, y'all. They're rapists. They were flipping out a lot of little boys. Yes, they were. In the name of rap and basketball in some of youth programs. That's right. Dwight Howard was seen wearing a pink dress at one of Diddy's parties. Is it shocking to you? Is it shocking news? Is it shocking? All right. How many times did Dwight Howard get caught? Did he get caught? Or did he want us to know? Was it promotion? Which one was it? What y'all think? We up. We up, y'all. Happy to see everybody, y'all. It's a hot summer, but we're going to be all right. Good to see everybody this morning. If you breathe it, you good. Understand that part. They saying Chicago is about to get flooded out, y'all. I think a Noah's Ark about to happen in Chicago. I don't know. All right, let's go. They say Dwight Howard was wearing a pink dress. Is it hard to figure out? No. We're late, y'all. We the ones late. That's why the only way to get this whole shit, you got to put together the whole era. This whole era is the same era where Diddy was beating on Cassie and they was going to those rooms and they was doing all this shit. The freaky era was ever since 44 came in that office. From then to now. Everybody got flipped in a 15-year process. That's what happened. Because before 15 years ago, this shit didn't exist. So let's go to the freak man, the jack-off expert. Let's go. This time, the rapper was sued for sexual battery, intentional infliction of emotional distress, and more after allegedly playing with himself and ejaculating onto a shirt once owned by the notorious Big. According to a lawsuit obtained by TMZ, the John Doe who filed the case claimed around September 2020 he was with Diddy for a listening session for a Biggie Small project. He was allegedly offered and pressured to take ketamine by the Bad Boy CEO after heading to a Los Angeles warehouse which contained some of Biggie's clothing. So I already know he disrespected Biggie's legacy, but I didn't know this much. The rapper began to watch porn. Watching porn with another man. What's the other thing? We don't know who this man is. Let's go. Doe alleged while in a room alone with Diddy, the rapper began to watch porn and grabbed a shirt once owned by Biggie, asking the anonymous man to help him finish skeeting. Basically, so right here, Diddy allegedly skeeted all over the shirt before laughing and tossing the garment on to John Doe. Rest in peace, Biggie. He allegedly told the man before leaving the room. This wasn't the only encounter the man allegedly had with Diddy. Say it again. This wasn't the only encounter the man allegedly had with Diddy. This man got lawsuit on Diddy. He added that in 2005, he was allegedly told to suck it, while Diddy put his hot dog in the man's face. Well, that's what they do. When he did this, the recent event was 2020. This man showing his ass. All right, y'all. Now, boom. Let's go back. My smart people, let's go back. What's the story we heard about Diddy and Christopher Williams? Holler me in the chat. What's the story we heard about what Diddy made Christopher Williams do? What is the story? I'll wait. Plus, I kept telling people all the accusations what Diddy did to men, they in all the lawsuits. I keep hearing the same thing. What they say Diddy make them men do? Christopher Williams wait till Diddy get locked up. He try to lie. What's up, Sister T? What's up, Cozy? Hold up. That's right, Tiger. That's right. Diddy forced Christopher Williams to go down on him. That was the rumor. That was years ago. But when this Diddy shit came out, it's a damn every story with a man. He either gonna whip out on you or he gonna push your head. Told you, he violated the men. We know already. When that man went on a trip with that young boy YK Osiris in a crisis, they went on mandates and pools. That's right. So, hold up. He said, the way I would have beat the brakes off Diddy would have been homicidal. These men were soft as, that's right, Miss B Loyal, that's right. They all were punks. That's why I say that. Because remember, it was the rap system. It was two ways. They were scared of Diddy because of Tupac and Biggie. The Biggie and Tupac was used to scare the death out of every rapper. That's why they let him walk around like a tough guy. Because he tell them straight up, you don't want to end up like Pac, do you? All right then. You don't want to end up like Pac? You want to end up like Biggie? All right then. He whip out on your ass. What else they knew? They went against Diddy, they're going to be blackballed, career over with. So you had to be a man to really say, you know what? Fuck this rap shit. Fuck my career. Fuck all y'all. Punch Diddy in the face. You already know if you hit him, your shit over with. Pop. They didn't want to do that. How? It's right here, y'all. You want to know why they didn't fight Diddy back? If anyone wants to know why they didn't fight back, it's because of this. It's because of what she told you. Gangster rap was never black culture. It was created by the feds who preferred deals to homosexual black men. So if you're around Diddy, you got to be a what? Homosexual black men, or you ain't going to be around that man. And Diddy knew that. That's why Diddy said, go down, nigga. Go down. Go down. Whip out on your ass. Go down. Because to be around him, you got to be what? A homosexual. It's in the clues, y'all. They told us already. That's why we don't get it. It wasn't no such thing as them fighting back. Because they were all gay men anyway. Get it? Acting tough. Acting street. Acting like drug dealers. Acting like they married. No. I call all of them pink lip bitches. That's what I call them. All their ass got pink lips. That's what I call them. Pink lip crew. All right? So, Usher was around too. I don't got to see Usher and Santana in the video to know they was all together. No, they all was together. How I know that? Well, Usher got accused of STD. He made his comeback with City Girls. And y'all bought it. Usher made his comeback with City Girls. Before that, he was out the game for about 5 years because after that payout, Usher got low. But he came back with City Girls. And y'all bought it again. But I knew the whole time. They all together. He got STDs and they all nasty. And I watched all these women buy Usher tickets. They went to the bar Clay to see him. They seen his ass in Vegas. They seen his ass in Atlanta. Whole time he got STDs and he gave it to a man, damn it. No, told y'all the joke bit on y'all. Usher made more money with STDs than he made before that. Facts. Since he got accused, he did what? Super Bowl. Since he got accused, he did what? Vegas. Even though he went to Paris, and that man said, I ain't open up the door for you, Usher. You do that shit yourself. Usher get mad because he in Paris, that man didn't want to open the door. That man said, I don't fuck with you like that. We proved it already. I said, yo, Usher would never get disrespected like that in Paris. That man could have lost his job not letting Usher, not open up. If you work at the Holiday Inn and a celebrity go to the door and you don't run to get it, you fuck around and get fired. That man said, I ain't opening up that door for Usher. I don't care what you talking about. He stood right there because they know. They know. And see, in America, y'all like STDs. But see, overseas, they know if they get an STD, their life is ruined. Because you get treated different over there with STDs. They treat you different. You get STDs over there, your life fucking around be ruined. You know what I'm saying? And America is different. Not a coincidence. This whole rap era, they didn't promote condoms. Bro, remember, when we was young, they promoted condoms to us. What was it called? Wrap it up. See, our generation, they didn't want us to do a lot of multiplying. They told us to wrap it up. Y'all generation, they want to try to get anybody pregnant, spread STDs, catch STDs, and get all y'all kids taken on social service. So they didn't promote for y'all to wear condoms. Sorry. So that's why you're going to hear every fucking story about diseases, unplanned pregnancies, no condoms. So what he had Justin Bieber doing, setting up blackmail, this was the clue to the blackmail. When they caught Odell Beckham, they set his ass up. Trey Songz and Justin Bieber was in on it. Because Trey Songz was the one supposed to be watching the dog. But somebody came with that camera, and I'm gonna tell you, in my opinion, that was fucking Diddy. And ever since then, Odell Beckham's career was over with. Also, he got set up by Kim K when he got coke on the table. I know Kim K down with. But Odell got set up. Odell was for the blue people. They set his ass up. I'm gonna tell you again, all the celebrities have a political party they're obligated to, y'all. So even though they hang together, what y'all didn't know is when it comes to election time, they got to draw the line. And they spy on each other for their political parties. That's right. That's how it works. So look, that's why I keep telling y'all. Look at the date, y'all. It's very important. This was approximately a month and a half before the elections. Don't get it twisted. It was also a tactic to collapse that party. That party, yeah. Because I know that the blue party always controlled Black Hollywood. So when they exposed Black Hollywood as mostly being homosexuals, and their job was to destroy Black American values with they fuck shit, I knew this was a hit during elections, which was to cripple that party. And it was a dirty tactic called, hey, we just gonna expose y'all. Like I said, y'all talk all that black shit, well, we just gonna expose all y'all anyway, fuck it. And you gonna see, since this shit been exposed, you didn't hear no black talk. You didn't hear black agenda. So what are you talking about? No, the agenda is they freaky. That's the news on them. You didn't get it? The news is they freaks. Diddytrial. It was a revelation. September 2024, Diddy gets locked up 3 days later. Ever since that, you got nothing but baby oil jokes. But you're not looking at, that was 10 months ago. You also ain't looking at how many people that came in this country already that's in position to win. No, I told you, the Diddy trial is the circus of the summer. It's the circus of the century. It's the goddamn freak show. That's what the Diddy trial is. But the real shit is them all being exposed for the shit they've been doing already. We watching a 15-year wrap-up of Atlanta and Miami. Because after that Laffy Taffy shit, girl, shake that left. All right. That's when they all went down there, and you'll see rap was over from then. It wasn't about hip-hop music. It was about putting on skirts and pocketbooks. Also at this same exact time, this when they made this episode. Told you, I put it all together. Thugnificent came out before there was a such thing as Young Thug. When they showed Riley with that dress, that was before the rappers was wearing dresses. No, they were telling us. In this video, in this cartoon, New York rappers work for the Gov, they snitches, and they pink. That's how I put it together, the pink program. From Boondocks and what Candace always said. I'm not playing with y'all. That's how I put it together. And then after that, I just started doing all my homework. And it was all true. That's how I was able to know their code is pink. And if they ain't pink, they ain't getting no fucking money. Because that's the government program for them. I kept telling you that. It's exposed already. The blue represent when they wear it, the blue is the police, and the pink is they got their pink. That's their code. Then I showed you hip-hop. They got to wear pink banners, all that. When they rap on the mic will have a pink back color on. That's their code. So like I said, I didn't expose it. The government did. They just told Candace to do it. See? Go tell them black people what it is. They also knew you wasn't going to listen to Candace. So that's why the joke's on y'all now, because a lot of y'all didn't listen. All right? No rapper was who they said they was. They were all highly sophisticated actors. And when it's all said and done, the great ones will be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame because rap was rock and roll. All right? You don't believe that? They turned it into rock and roll. That's why you're going to see all this rock and roll behavior. This is rock and roll shit. This is rock and roll right here. All rock and roll shit. This is rock and roll. Always been rock and roll. See that? This represents the Geppetto game. This is how grown-ups been passing their kids over. You want to be a star? You want to be a star? My kid got talent. My kid got talent. Then it went for y'all what? Post y'all kids on Instagram, not realizing all the perverts watching. But then again, some of y'all did know that. So I'm just showing you, this is the Hollywood system. What's wrong with y'all? Huh? Passing over the fire? No, that's trying to get that deal. That's called a casting couch. No, it's called willing participants. What I say, Hollywood don't knock on nobody's door. No, they ran to Atlanta trying to be in Hollywood. Black Hollywood. Tyler Perry being accused right now. Where at? Black Hollywood. Tyler Perry Studios. This shit go back to Arnold and Willis. Willis came out from Different Strokes, said he was what? Touched on. Sugar Ray Leonard came out from back in the day, say what? He was touched on. Because all the blacks get touched on. And they can't say shit. Why? All of the executives that cut the check like youngsters. That's how it been. They were always fond of talented young people. That's how you got the check, became a child star. You stick to the script as a child, you will be a star to the day you grow. Hollywood, Brandy, Randy. Get it? Rayj. Orlando Brown. Nick Cannon was a kid, right? Who else was a kid? Keke Palmer was a kid. Who else was a kid? Raven Simone was a kid. You got all the proof? They all was young when they started, but they here in their 40s and 50s. So when I say they stuck around so long, their whole life is on fucking camera. That's why they're exposed. Because the truth and secret is all the child stars been touched on. Y'all know that shit. Bow Wow, Criss Cross, Christina Aguilera, huh? Justin Bieber. Who else? Justin Timberlake, Britney Spears. I put it all together. You just pick your shit. No, it's a system of Hollywood and music. Brandy, 13, I just want to be down. Monica, just one of those days, period. No, y'all, the perverts gave you a pervert life. R. Kelly, 12 play. Huh? 12 play. Age ain't nothing but a number. Hip-hop rap is a rape Geppetto fucking culture. Monetized and sold to you. Only difference is y'all believe the shit. To this day, nobody else does. Everybody else now saying, y'all better stay the fuck away from my kids with that shit. Y'all better go over there with that Diddy shit. That's what they say, y'all. That's the joke. It's a joke and it's the truth. People said, take that shit somewhere else. When the government showed me pictures of fucking rubber ducks, the fuck that mean? When they told me and proved to me it was an epidemic in this country of kids underage taking nitrous oxide. All in Diddy case. Nitrous oxide, baby or Astroglide rubber ducks. What does that mean, Geppetto? Huh? I told you what those Diddy supporters really into. Though you watching the darkest revelation in your lifetime. Only thing is, you think it's all entertainment. Because that's what everything was hidden under. You kept talking about Babylon, all this Sodom. No. Y'all didn't get everything y'all spoke about was in fucking rap. That's right. All the sodomy was in rap, dummies. It's in all the stories. All the sodomy stories is in rap. Huh? So what age did Jay-Z really get Rihanna at? Huh? What was her real age? I been knew she separated herself from them. Why did they say that Diddy gave her STD? When I went into my history and I found the truth that Diddy controlled Jay-Z ass from 97, he been controlling his ass from day one. It's just that when the game had to be played that Jay-Z was the biggest on the planet, everybody separated from Jay-Z and let him put on his show. But it was said that if you look at it like this, Diddy control Jay-Z? Oh, Jay-Z, you got a new artist? I want some of that. Even though I showed you, Jay-Z was still hanging with J-Lo at her house when Diddy and her broke up. That's why I say Diddy and Jay-Z had some smoke in the end. And I said, don't be surprised if Diddy behind taking them down. He was still hanging with J-Lo and Alex Rodriguez and shit. But I know they probably had fun with back then. See? Because I know the history of Diddy putting Jay-Z and Beyonce together. But that was after Diddy was with J-Lo. But I also know when he was with J-Lo, he was still with Jay-Z and everybody else. They was all together because they were the top celebrities. But the clues of their behavior is Rihanna, Tierra Maria. You got so many clues. When I put together that what? They control Rihanna, Chris Brown. So I don't got to be smart to know. They probably did something to Rihanna first. They probably did something to Chris Brown first. Then they put their ass together after they have fun with them first. Say what I'm going to tell y'all. It's not a coincidence he's the last one left. But what I'm showing y'all, remember when I've been showing y'all these past weeks, how the world been on Jay-Z ass and his wife. I'm just giving you the updates. Because now I'm showing you they going below the belt. But I kept telling you ain't none of them good. They going into this Rihanna shit why she really left him. And I don't know. I heard rumors about her supposed to have some shit. But all you got to know is they tying that shit back to Diddy. They tying shit. Put it like this. We talking about Saucy Santana, but like I said, first, we can't forget about Sean Kingston, who been living by Diddy all these years in Miami. All of a sudden, him and his mother get locked up right after Diddy get locked up. His mother's still facing life. They selling all these damn drugs. No, I'm going to assume Sean Kingston, you work for Diddy too. Well, you can't. When he don't want you to come to Star Island, he probably tell you, go to Sean house. Go to Sean house. He got it. Thank you very much, Dragon Lady. Then look at Sean Kingston. You see Diddy preference. Look at Sean Kingston. Look at Drewski. They look related, right? Look at Saucy. They all look related, right? No, that's what Diddy liked. He turned their ass out. You also got to understand, he turned them out from back then. Diddy was playing around with Justin Bieber and Sean Kingston at the same time. Because they were the child stars at the same time. And they all was right here. The freak off mansion. Huh? If you was in prison, the 20 teens, half y'all know what the fuck y'all talking about. No. The Geppetto shit they did, it did already. I could say, as far as I know, he could have known Young Miami from when she was 16. As far as I know, Young Miami could have been going to Diddy house since back in the day. Because that's how I look at this shit now. They always had youngsters around their ass. Always. His kids was the front. That rap shit was the front. I got some new talent for you. They call City Girls. How did Saucy Santana get on that channel? How did Saucy Santana get put over Nori and arrested him? You ain't get it, did you? I got it clear. See, at first, I thought they were selling out, trying to cater to get other fans. But no, they wasn't catering. That's who they are. That's right. This shit is about alpha males and beta males. That's it. So I keep telling you, the alpha males are now being exposed. This ain't about no trans. This ain't about nobody else. It's about the alpha male that we call down low thugs. This whole diddytrial was about the down low thugs of rap music. That's why before the election, before Diddy went to jail, they told us about the fucking thugs in rap music. Gangster rap thugs was never black culture. They were created by the feds, which means all of them were getting record deals to portray roles of super gangster thugs, trappers, and gangbangers. But they're all fake. Because there's no such thing as you getting a real record deal by this government if you a real street person like that or a real goddamn criminal. You're going to be a criminal incriminated. You're going to have to tell to get that fucking deal. T.I. got caught with guns. Jim Jones' whole entourage, the whole Dipset went to jail. They still here. They had red flags in videos, red flags on head. Everybody that know what blood for real, that didn't stop, their ass all went to jail. Because they were stupid. That's why I say, anybody believe in rap, their ass went to jail or died. Anybody believe in that shit? Anybody in Atlanta believe that T.I. was a goddamn trapper? You believe Jeezy was a trapper? They ass all in jail. They work for that damn White House. These are facts. How many times you seen T.I. speak on political shit in Atlanta? You didn't know he was working with the mayor the whole time. They went to Gov. Huh? They let him get caught with all those guns just to see how many of you fake-ass gangsters was going to still believe him. And you did. So I'm telling you, they play these mind games on y'all. Like what? Have a male strip on their show that told you he peed and busted his mouth, but what they didn't tell you, the Punisher get his ass bent over too. No, he being promoted. I know I got a platform. I know anybody I put on my platform means I'm promoting their ass. So the question is, why did Cameron put the Punisher on his channel after he told me he found a dildo in Mace's house? And I know that dildo go back to Diddy because he told me Diddy bought Mace that house. But he didn't know he was going to do business with Mace. I told you the internet is what's going to destroy them. They should have never came on this internet because they got a 30-year history and it's all on the internet. Are you getting it? So it's very simple. If she told me what the government said, and now I don't got to believe her. I don't got to believe her. I put it together. I'm getting government what? Proof. I don't need them. I don't got to watch the Diddy trial from the breakdown to me what the nitric mean. I don't need the trial from the breakdown what those fucking rubber ducks mean. Huh? Grown-ups don't play with rubber ducks. Simple. Woman, straight people don't deal with Astroglide. Duh. Very simple. And I also know, goddamn it was a woman, it might just need one bottle. What the fuck is all that for? No. That's what the fuck they did. And I'm going to say it again. If a woman told me it was a man in high heels with earrings on at a Diddy party that was a damn rapper, I get it clear. Because all the details came out already. It wasn't in court. Thank you very much. You're right, Fame. Saucy blew up before I knew who Young Miami was. I think he was doing Saucy and used Miami to hide it. Thank you. Make a lot of sense, don't it, y'all? That's what I assumed last year. Because once I found out, see, this the whole thing, y'all. See, while we late, this why they all mad, too. This why they all mad, y'all. Why they mad and they don't want to accept. See, the people in this game don't want to accept their era is over. See, we was never supposed to know about this shit. See, we was never supposed to know Diddy behavior, but the secret is the whole rap game already knew the behavior. They already knew. The joke was on us. So that's why I say, being that they got exposed, I'm joking their ass. That's what's supposed to happen. They kept a secret from me. They thought I was going to learn rap my whole life, but I'm the one going to joke on them. Because, nigga, you ain't flipped me and you ain't tricked me. Everybody else, you can't say that because you even got tricked or flipped. Told you already. Silence is approval. I can laugh, joke, because I ain't participate. All willing participants, they can't joke on this shit. Huh? All the people that know or turn their back, they can't joke on this shit. I've been joking for a minute because I don't love rap. You do. Though to me, this shit been funny. And I'm from New York. And I was all they fans. Yup. I was every last one of their fans, one point or another. But guess what? I ain't no fucking kid, bro. You are. Plus, you still got man crushes, bro. So you ain't want to accept it. You the one 40, 50 years old. You the one got flipped, bro. Not me. Huh? Not me. Hey, bro, you still play with cartoon characters and toys. That's y'all. No, I've been through the truth about them. Now the world knows. And guess what else? The world is working 24/7. I'm also showing y'all some of the new content creators. All right? I'm just going to show y'all what it is. And guess what? It's to the point where y'all, some of this shit, I'm a little fake, but I said, you know what? Let me do some homework. I said, because all this AI shit ain't fake. Let me do some homework. I did homework because you know what's going on too? A lot of the people know too. If they're going to tell that real deep truth, they ain't going to put their face on that shit. So they just giving the work and the illustrations with facts. So you can do your own homework. But what I'm telling you, people put real shit out here now. And I'm also telling you, everybody else's time is up. It's up. Ali Carter back out. Get it? So what I'm telling y'all is shit coming out that I ain't even going to talk about. So that's why I'm telling you, the campaign ain't stopped. That shit done turned up. Yup. Because it ain't going to stop till that shit buried. Yup. So the question is, why was Diddy down with quality control the whole time? And why did they sell that shit for $300? Why did they sell Young Miami record label for $300 million? Right before Diddy got in trouble. Huh? To prove it to you, quality control consisted of rappers from Miami and ATL, Atlanta, the Atlanta-Miami connection. Like I said, all this behavior, they did it, and what y'all not looking at, these are the kids they were controlling. See, you looking at them as grown rappers. But I know Offset was in the Whitney Houston video. He was a kid. They always been around. You're not looking at how these grown-ass men was around these fucking kids. These grown-ups was around these kids 5 to 10 years before they came out. Yes. That's how they play it. Same thing with Joe Budden and Russell Simmons. Joe Budden was Russell Simmons' little boyfriend. Yes, he was. That's why he's still around to this day. He was a favorite. All right? Just knowing this island, they did a lot of dirt, y'all. A lot of baby, y'all. A lot of dirt. They flipped a lot of souls and knocked a lot of people out on that fucking land right there. That's what they did. And they just kept coming back. They kept coming back, y'all. Then you kept seeing all these rap shows. Jermaine Dupri still had a rap show talking about kids getting a deal. No, it's called a pipeline. Thank you very much, Dre. Diddy beat the RICO charges. How many years do you think he will actually get? Some people said, I see the lawyer, Robert Shapiro, who was OJ lawyer. Some people still say they think Diddy gonna get 20 years. Because they said he still could get 10 for each charge he got. Yep. So, like I said, it said he might get 2.5, 3.5. The least also said he get 10 to max for each charge. Yep. He still could do 20. Yep. So it's all of what's gonna come out. Either way. And like I said yesterday, if he came home today, what's the celebration? Rap is still dead. It ain't coming back, and everybody else still getting exposed. That's right. And I'm gonna tell you, man, think about it, y'all. Shannon Sharp ain't finished. fatjoe ain't finished. Tyler Perry ain't finished. These lawsuits ain't finished. Why that's happening, it's going to be more allegations. It ain't going to stop. Why that's happening, nobody's going to make money. Nobody's going on tour. Nobody's getting a new record deal. Ain't nothing going to happen new. Ain't nothing going to happen. When I keep saying what, all you're going to get is freaky news. You got some more today. What's that? This man busting nuts on Biggie clothing. These are the tales, the freaky tales. These are the tales, the freaky tales of rap. Hey, that's all you got. Busting nuts on Biggie legacy. Huh? In New York, they celebrating outside the courthouse. In L.A., they putting baby on his star. Disrespecting this shit. Huh? Disrespect. That's right. Nobody other than them people respect the shit. Nope. It ain't about race. It's about people who frown upon all these baby or participants that abuse women and kids. That's right. That's why I had to be shut down. Guess how kids get perverted? Believing in fake rappers? That's right. Every time I rap a lot of your kid, it's like they were touching on them. Yup. Making all these boys think one day they're going to be a rapper. All they got to do is drop out of school and sell some drugs and they're going to be rich. Whole time all they got was what? Baby all pocketbooks and purses. That's it. That was the game. Flip all they ass. It is said Young Miami and SAUCY Santana was holding people down while they got violated. That's what was said. That's what Lil Rod said. Lil Rod said Young Miami was trying to force him to do shit. That's what he said. Huh? The so-called boy in court that played basketball, he the one who told on Young Miami to be selling the drugs. Because it was said Diddy was using her for a fucking drug mule and a sex toy. What you don't get, he used her to be Cassie, Capricorn Clark. He used her to be everything. And it is said that they were the most brainwashed because they stupid ass from down south. They didn't know no better. Being that they were from Miami and Atlanta, they was desperate to be stars. So what he couldn't do in New York, What he couldn't do in Cali, down south, they ate it up. That's right. They ate that shit up. He exploited the fuck out all they had. I showed you him pimping Lil Baby. I showed you Diddy with Gunna. I'm going to have to do a whole special on the young generation. I showed you Diddy salute Lil Nas X. He was running that shit. He just stayed off the fucking camera. I proved it all already. The whole young generation to Little Dirt, he controlled him. Everybody. Y'all didn't get it. He behind Jeezy career, T.I. career. Huh? They didn't control Gucci Mane. That's why Gucci Mane was the only one to diss his ass. No Diddy. He didn't control him. That's why they put his ass in jail. You got to know the flow of this shit. Anybody that wasn't with them got put in jail or they out of here. Young Dolph turned all their ass down. Where Dolph at? They made Yo Gotti get down. Since Yo Gotti won Rock Nation, where's career at? Told you, you signed with Rock Nation, you ain't going nowhere. That's their job. Their job was to shut down your fucking career and flip your ass pink. That's what Jay-Z do. Huh? Kanye West left him alone. What happened? He became a billionaire. That's why they was mad at Kanye. So since Kanye exposed their ass, we're going to turn everybody against Kanye. Who did that? Jay-Z. Who else went against Kanye? fatjoe. Who else? Jim Jones. Who else? Nori went against Kanye. Huh? But then when their channel starts sinking, Drink Champs need views, who they go get? Kanye. Kanye go on Drink Champs, do a rant, lose $500,000. I mean, $500 million. What? When he said that rant, he got in trouble for, he was on Drink Champs because Nori set him up. That's right. Yeah, I'm trying to tell y'all what happened. I broke all this down, episode on everything I'm saying. They made Kanye lose his billion, y'all. Drink Champs did that. When Kanye became I'm telling you, man, when Kanye was running around with Kim all those years, they were so fucking mad because y'all don't get Kanye West was supposed to be the cornball nerd. They wanted him to just make the fucking beats and shut the fuck up. They thought they was going to use and drain Kanye. Jay-Z thought he was going to get all them Kanye beats. I got another one for y'all. After Kanye stopped doing Jay-Z beats, what happened to Jay-Z after that? Huh? Nori thought he was going to get Kanye beats. Cam thought he was going to get Kanye. The New York rappers thought they were going to get Kanye beats. So when he fucking left and got married, he did two things they didn't do. Never. Got married, started winning, music got better, had a good life. Jim Jones still ain't married, no career. Cam Brown still ain't married, no career. All right. Jay-Z doing the same old bitch from back then, even though he got with her when she was young. Diddy and Russell Simmons got supermodels. Naomi Campbell. Huh? All these supermodels. Jay-Z messed with little girls. He been a punk. He messed with Aaliyah. He messed with youngsters. When I say youngsters, he wasn't dealing with no top-notch chicks. He targeted youngsters. He went with a girl that was a Destiny Child. He couldn't get Naomi Campbell. They ain't want his ass. Huh? J-Lo didn't think he was cute. He couldn't get no grown woman, y'all. He couldn't get Kamara Lee if he wanted to back then. No, they said, nigga, you going with Foxy Brown. Why? Because Russell Simmons and Diddy already played with Jay-Z ass already. Proved it already. Because when that video leaked of Diddy smacking that man on his ass on stage, I know that meant he ran his ass. So you ain't going to fool me. Now you see why Rihanna got away from him? Two things happened. Rihanna got away from them and tried to prove to us she's straight. Meaning, I ain't with all that shit they on. Kanye left their ass. Made a point to what? I ain't with that shit they on. No, when you with them, they want you to be all the way weird and fruity. They want you to be a sex toy. They want to use you for all your fucking music. Since he made that song called Run This Town Tonight, where the fuck he been at? He needed Rihanna. They needed Kanye. They did pimp their ass. But when they got smart, they left magically. The two people left them became billionaires quick. Even though y'all want to set. Rihanna became a billionaire. Kanye, Kylie Jenner, Kim Kardashian, all before Beyonce. Facts. She still ain't a billionaire. They was fucking billionaires 2018, 2019, 2020. Facts. Told you they controlled the internet. Y'all believe that shit. Now you see they all getting dealt with. Rihanna's in her glory, getting married, happy as hell. Now, when you see these celebrities, look who happy, and then look who depressed, and you'll see it clear as day. No, y'all, it's the end of an era. Now what you gonna look at? Today you're gonna see how it's all out the bag about allegedly Saucy Santana being exposed, I would say, by his fucking lover. That man's trying to say he don't love Saucy, or they was just friends, but they were together 5 years. That man said that man got bumps. It is said, man, the rumor on him is, I saw it the other day, but I ain't paying no mind. I told you, I see covers, but I be looking at this shit fake. So until I get a chance to check it, to me, it's fake. So 2 days ago, I saw some shit say Saucy had HIV, but I ain't paying no mind. I'm thinking that shit fake news. So as yesterday, I said, let me do my homework on this shit. Why? Because I already said I think Diddy was fucking with Saucy Santana anyway. I said that shit 2 years ago. So when I hear this, I'm like, okay, that shit do got married. And they say Saucy addressed it, but he didn't ever address the HIV shit. He was going back at the dude, but he ain't never said, motherfucker, I ain't got shit. What you talking about? I don't got no ST. He didn't say that. So I'm telling you, man. They say he was crying. They say Saucy Santana was crying, all that shit. Yeah, y'all. No, y'all. They exposed. But the thing is, ain't no telling how many people they gave them STDs to on purpose. Because if Cassie been had that shit, you got the proof. They were all down south having all these fucking threesomes. Ain't no telling who they gave that shit to. I'm going to say, as far as I know, the whole Atlanta got that shit. That's what I'm going to say, one way or another. Because what they say T.I. had Tiny eating out every chick, everybody. They say T.I. had Tiny eating out the whole Atlanta, guys. You know they were big swingers. It is said T.I. had Tiny sticking her face in so many crotches. That's what they say. I believe it. Because I know how they get down. What Rashid and Kurt represent? Swinging, cheating. Fuck Atlanta. Fuck all of them, man. Straight up. They all nasty piece of shit. And guess what else? They ain't black. They fucking freaks. That's right. So, now y'all see, only information classified is by the government. So when the government told us exactly what the fuck rap was, I got it clear. And if you don't believe that, you just look at the fucking result. Because gangster rap was never black culture. It was created by the feds. The goal was to create false idols. Make it clear for them. The goal was to create false idols. Miami, you're going to look at the DJ Khaled. All right? New York, you're going to look at the Jay-Z and fatjoe and everybody else. The goal was to create false idols. Atlanta, you're going to look at the T.I. and Tiny. All right? False fucking idols. Why? The goal was to create false idols to destroy black American values. Simple. This is not black American values. That's punk rock. All right? This is not black American values. That's punk rock. You want to be technical? That's white people shit. That's white people shit. You want to be technical? That's what that is. It ain't black culture. All right? It's white people shit. Marilyn Manson. Shit like that. That's who y'all are. Party like a rock star. That's y'all. All right? Get it? Y'all too. Y'all in the hip hop what? No. You in the rock and roll Hall of Fame. That's y'all. You too, Ice Cube. Fake ass gangster. Look. 30 years straight. Grilling. Making tough faces at cameras. Fucking actors. T.I. Y'all forget. He's a fucking actor. They all actors, y'all. Meanwhile, I respect Pharrell because he been came out the closet and told us. He's happy. So I also knew somebody got to be screwing his ass. So when Nori bragged to me about how he discovered Pharrell, even though Pharrell was under Teddy Riley, that's how I put together Teddy Riley and them used to touch on Pharrell. So I know Virginia. How the fuck did he know Teddy Riley, rich ass? You ain't gonna just meet no rich man and then you gonna be on their property in their house and all that. No, you was one of his fucking favorites. You was one of his little fucking boy toys. They like fucking boys. But they disguise it as my little rap boy, my little rap homie. No, they fuck with boys. The same thing they were doing to fucking Shaheem and Staten Island. They like little boys. The same thing they did to Chi Ali. They like little boys. Then they bring him in as a rapper. No, they were playing with Pharrell. Teddy Riley was. He been around. Pharrell knew goddamn Diddy since he was a kid. So I put together that whole shit. Aaron Hall know Pharrell when he was a kid. Because Aaron Hall, down with Teddy Riley. They family, guy. They all together. So when Aaron Hall run, I know how the fuck he running. He's the clue. He is the clue. Aaron Hall don't want nothing to do with this shit because he know what he did. They all together. So that's what I'm telling you. It all goes back to Diddy. When I said before, ain't nobody you gonna show me I can't trace back to Diddy. Because once I learned this game, I know what it's about. I don't need nobody to tell me shit. If he was the king of that shit and he in court, look at everybody else that fell. Let's look. Saucy falling right now. Yungmiami falling. Rick Ross, a church mouse. Quality Control, sold a label. Meek Mill, still being exposed. Will Smith, as we speak, being exposed. Jay-Z, as we speak, being exposed. Jim Jones, already exposed. Career over with. Broke. Lost his house. Ain't married. Exposed. Justin Bieber turned his life around. He married with kids. He still, they said he might be next. Paperwork on him and his mother getting put out there and his damn father. Exposed. He got exposed as what? Lying with gangster rap. Fake. It's all exposed now, y'all. Ain't nothing else, no secret. So now you know, right? The Titanic going to fuck down. Diddy the Titanic and everybody going down with him. Simple. Because what? They didn't jump shit a year ago. So everybody going down with him. Guess what else going to happen? Everybody else going to get it worse than Diddy. That's the problem. The captain, he going to be all right. His crew, they'll be all right. But the people, they ass died. That's what happened. Also, see that flood? See that water? They saying Chicago about to get a flood. That's what they saying. They talking some beware shit. They talking that flood gonna come like Noah's Ark days. That's what they trying to say. I don't know. Y'all better pay attention. On that note, we gonna close out. Appreciate all of y'all. Ain't no telling what they was doing on them boats. Diddy Epstein is for real, y'all. And that is Ghislaine Maxwell. All you got to know is this. Right after he left Cassie, they broke up. That's when this started. But I'm going to tell you my opinion. Him, Yungmiami, and that crew, they did the most dirt. Because mostly all of them were young people that were thirsty, hungry to impress Diddy. He had full control over them. So also look at, he lost his kids. He lost his fucking family because the whole time he running around with these young idiots. But the key is this. You ain't never going to know what Yungmiami know. That part you ain't going to know. And her and Saucy were doing a lot of dirt. Little Rod said that. Little Rod said the shit they were doing. And he was like, Yungmiami had a friend, cousin. It was said that they were doing a lot of shit. Threesomes, making people do shit, knocking people out. That's what's said. It's all alleged. Y'all continue to find out. On that note, we're going to close out. Appreciate all of y'all. But it flipped the generation, y'all. Everybody that was 10, I'm going to say 10 through 25 back in 2011, I'm going to say all their ass got flipped into this lifestyle of stupidity. That's it. Before that, it didn't exist. The clue Diddy put people on your ass right here. The whole concept of what he do in that room is what was going on in this room with Odell Beckham and Justin Bieber while Trey Songz was at the door. So do you know how much shit Trey Songz know? So I'm not stupid. I seen what he made Justin do before I found out what he made Cassie do. So I've been put it together. There were blackmailing and blackballing with gay sex. Period. You waking up with heels, all type of shit. He got you being filmed with cell phones. He got you being recorded with wires. He got you being filmed with secret cameras. That's why the government went and got what? 250 videos. It was said he had cameras in his vault. This was elite footage. But this was your concept, how they roll. Set you up. Justin, give your head. Trey Songz, watch the door. Odell, you got set up. The diddler. That's right. And you gonna see after this, somehow Odell Beckham's career went in the fucking trash. But all you gotta know is, at one point, Odell was all over Justin. Yes, he was. The same way, before Nelly fake ass got married, he was all over Diddy. So remember, I showed you this before. I said, yo, Diddy ain't on Nelly. Nelly's on Diddy. They looked at way more pictures than this. So you believe that Ashanti shit. That's for y'all. They've been tricking y'all for 30 years, ladies. Them niggas ain't gonna never trick me. No. If Diddy would have never got in trouble, he would have never got with Ashanti. Who else tried to get married when Diddy got in trouble? Damn near. Jeezy. Somehow Jeezy got a divorce too, right? Somehow Rick Ross ain't got no woman, right? I've never seen these many rich men that can't get a woman. For a lot of us, bro, we couldn't get a good woman because we broke. So when I knew they was rich and couldn't keep a woman, that's when I knew they all love each other. It's very simple. When I understood how they get down, then I said, oh, now I see why Jimmy want to marry Chrissy. Now I get it. They ain't want to offend their fans. I get it. That's what I told you. I started putting this shit together. Like, oh, I get it. They ain't trying to offend their fans. They always knew about their fans. And they always knew about this behavior. All right? So now you see, he knows Diddy. He knows Diddy. They know Diddy. They know Diddy. See the pattern? All right. All of them know Diddy. He knows Diddy. Are you getting it clear? All right. 50 Cent told us. What was the other clue? Another reason why I cracked the code, because when he told me Diddy tried to take him shopping, I got it clear. I just thought in my mind of all the people he did the same shit to, but didn't say no or didn't fight him off. So I know what Diddy did to them. That's right. That's right. Told you, you pick and choose. I put it all together. So, just to show y'all what they said about Diddy, he is the fruity Lucifer. Which means he terrorized the whole industry. He played with the whole industry. He was the real androgynous one. Asexual, have fun with every sexual. That's Diddy. If the government said they gotta be pink to get that check, his ass to make sure they stay pink to get that check. And if they don't fucking do it, they're gonna get blackballed. That's my opinion. Because this was a GOV revelation. Not me, not you. The gov put this out there for all of us to know this is no longer classified information. So, on that note, you now got the clues. So, continue on, folks. Only thing you got left, as of now, Diddy jerked off on Biggie Small's shirt with another man. That's it. Remember these cheap-ass shirts? P.diddy allegedly masturbated on a Notorious Big t-shirt, claims new sexual battery lawsuit. Another lawsuit. I don't know how much this one is, though, but it's another one. Rapper Sean Diddy Combs, Walk of Fame star, doused in baby oil. That's right. No respect. This wasn't the only encounter the man allegedly had with Diddy. He added that in 2005, he was allegedly told to suck it while Diddy put his Johnson in the man's face. Meanwhile, Dwight Howard doing it right now, putting his Johnson in your face. He got a vagina. In a lawsuit filed in Los Angeles, Monday, July 7th, 2 days ago, obtained by U.S. Weekly, an unnamed John Doe accused 55-year-old Diddy of sexual harassment, sexual battery, false imprisonment. So now you got it. On that note, no more freaky tales. We'll get back. So now y'all get it, right? They exposed because they exposed themselves. They the ones thought it was going to be in the closet forever. But if they would have studied, they would already know, y'all. What goes on in the darkness comes to light. But they didn't know the people that paid them was going to be the one to turn the light switch on. That's all it is. This is an exposure by the people that paid them. That's it, y'all. That's it. So when I said this ain't going to stop or go away, I'm just gonna keep showing you. It ain't gonna go away till it's fucking over. Because there's an exposure. So now you see the freaks. Tiny, the Dwight Howard. All from Atlanta. All freaky. Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard was seen wearing a pink dress at one of Diddy's parties. So you know what happened to him? Meat Rod, his name. On that note, y'all, we out. Appreciate all of y'all. Holla at y'all later. Salute. Hold up. Free Diddy, need that verse. Here you go, y'all. You go jack off artist. Salute, bro. Hey, you got a jack off artist. All of that. Baby all participant. Shout out to the baby all gang. They want their OG home, man. ASAP. It's okay, man. It's okay. All Diddy supporters, man. If y'all real supporters, y'all should go buy the baby on the Astroglide, man, and make that your avatar. That's real support. I holla. One. What's up, Clarence King, Danny Girl? What's up, Dramatic Uncle Diggity? What's up? What's up, Miss B Loyal? What's up, Natasha Jordan? We up. LA Slim. Mind over Matrix Timo. All right. What up, King Rob? What's up, bro? Chopping these heads. We out. One.